If you liked this,
the solo right point, hammers a shot. Here's also the rebound.
then you'll love this.
Not able to break away. It's Drew Heredia and Jason Namath. Drew Heredia across the board to Namath. Namath takes a shot. Save. Rebound. Drew Heredia.
Your exclusive home for Illini hockey this fall. WPGU 107.1. The puck drops here.
Hello, everybody, and we welcome you into the Big Pond here in Champaign, Illinois, for the second of two meetings between the University of Illinois and the Michigan State Spartans. If you tuned in last night, you saw quite the feat from James McGing. His first game of the season, pots 3 goals.
Yeah, how about that? James McGing with a goal in the first 65 seconds of the game. 2 goals in that first period, added 1 in the third period, and +1 from defenseman Tower Opilka, and the Illini won that one 4-1. Tonight could be a very different story, though, with someone different in goal against his Michigan State Spartans.
And we'll talk about Ross Lippick getting his first ACHA start in just a couple of moments. But we also got to talk about the disher, number 24, Bobby Ernstine. 3 assists in his first game as a sophomore here at the university. How big is his window to grow?
3 assists, but so many opportunities for goals. Had a chance on a one. He had one taken away from him. Just a penalty shot, some other opportunities from Bobby Ernstine, and I think he showed last night that he is the most improved player probably in this Illini team, and it's helping a lot. He's in that second line once again with James McGing tonight, the top line for the Illini.
But power plays were an issue for Illinois last night. 0 for 6. Michigan State was 1 for 5. Now, Illinois is so good on the power play, and they have been for the past 5 years. So this first game, should it worry them a little bit that they didn't capitalize?
Well, I think at moments the Illini were somewhat lethargic last night. They got ahead to that early lead in the first period, up 3-0 entering that third period, and they kind of took the wheel off they took the foot off the pedal a little bit. And if they keep it on the entire game then tonight, I think they should be able to come away with a power play goal or 2 to really get that average back to where I think it should be. But overall, the Illini looked very good last night. There's no concerns basically for me after one night of play.
One absence on the goal sheet that we were really confused about. Eric Cruikshank, number 15, leads this club on all active members in goals. Failed to light the lamp. Do we see number 15 breaking out tonight against a team he scored a hat trick against last season?
Well, I think we saw shots by Eric Cruikshank last night. I don't think it was the concern that the Illini weren't able to find the puck or able to get him shots. I think they ran into a hot goaltender last night. Grant Luzinski for the Spartans stopped nearly everything. He was considered essentially in our 3 stars of the game. And Grant Luzinski had just a great game overall, held Eric Cruikshank in check, but I think tonight there's no way that the Lions' leading scorer from last season is held scoreless for a second straight game.
A player that is undervalued a lot on this Illini hockey team because he doesn't score that many goals. Joey Caprio had 4 last season. Didn't have any points last night, but a +3. How big was the defense, including number 5?
Yeah, Joey Caprio always brings that effort factor, but the best thing about him is he knows where to be on the ice, so he never gets ahead of himself. He's very hockey IQ is very high for him, and his mind's always in the game, so he knew where to be, and it was a big help last night, especially when David Eflin got some trouble getting away from the goal. It was someone like Joey Caprio and Joey Randall had stepped in, and they were able to also save some shots.
David Heflin, number 29, in orange and blue, 23 saves on 24 shots. It's his net to lose. He won't get the start tonight. Instead, sophomore Ross Lippick, 6'5", 200 pounds. He's a guy, as a big goaltender, can get the low areas in the butterfly, also get up in the stand-up. How confident is his defense and his entire roster, including head coach Nick Fabrini and Ross's abilities in his ACHA debut?
Well, I think they knew last year from the get-go when Ross Lippick showed up on campus that he was eventually going to be put in this situation where he might be the starter next year. It's not for sure, but he knew at some point he was likely to be the backup goaltender this season. And that's why he got some starts last year against the Chicago Cougars back in December. And that wasn't an ACHA game, but he performed fairly well overall. You'll go over those stats later in this game. And Ross Lippick, once again, a much bigger goaltender, 6'5", 200. He's a force in that goal in the crease, and it will be a test to see tonight how he actually fares against ACHA competition.
The last game that Ross Lippick played was an exhibition match against the Chicago Cougars of the USPHL, a fellow Chicago Cougar, who the Illini recruited. Mike Lenzi gets into the lineup, as well as Jack Graham and Justin Reese. We saw 5 freshmen start last night. Out of those 5, who do you think stood out the most?
I want to to say Joe Nolan just overall because he's a two-way player on defense. He was on that top line with Joey Rinsdale, and as a freshman, that's a lot of confidence from head coach Nick Fabrini to put Joe Nolan in that situation where he thought he could succeed. And he did, had a few chances for assists, got some shots off on goal on Grant Lazinski. And just overall a great showing by him, had some early turnovers, but once he got those nerves out, I think it was the Joe Nolan show. And he might be the best defenseman on this team by the end of the season.
You alluded to the great performance of Michigan State's goaltender Grant Lazinski. Look at the numbers, 44 shots against, 40 saves. Illinois is going to want to pound more than those 4 tonight. What can you say about that goaltender dressed in green and white?
Well, I think he did a nice job saving everything that essentially came close to him. That's a 90% save percentage almost, and that's what you look for from goaltenders at this level. That's fairly good. What that line could do tonight to get more shots on goal is to take advantage of that middle of the ice, more of that slot, staying very close to the boards on each side last night, get more puck movement, gets in the middle of the ice. I think it will make it very difficult for a small Grant Lazinski to stop 40 shots again. Grant
Lazinski only 5'8" in that crease. The Illini will be sure to get traffic in front of him and pucks in deep behind him. Another player who I thought stood out last night on the Illini, David Kellner, number 19, a junior. After this year, most of the Illini's top stars will graduate. Do you think that David Kellner will be a guy the Illini will look to moving forward, especially based off of that game he had last night?
Well, I think that line of him with James McGinn and Bobby Ernst, is one that can really grow throughout the season because that's not one we saw a lot last year. But especially Ernst and Kellner, those are two core players in their middle years here at the university, and those are two that you would build around, especially in that top line looking at the 2018-19. So it's a nice two-way game by Kellner. He didn't make any mistakes, and that's a good thing to do on that line because as long as you give them the opportunities for McGinn and Ernstein to kind of show what they can do and pass the puck between the two of them, that's all I could ask.
Mike Turek out, Mark Condotti in. We've talked about it off the air and throughout all of last season. The third line defensive pairing has always been the Illini's weakness. It seems to be a rotating cast here. Why could that become dangerous, though, especially as we approach divisional play in a couple of weeks?
Well, you want to find something that works for your team. If you keep kind of rotating between your 8 defensemen, or 8 or 9 defensemen, and trying to find those 6 that works, that's fine right now because some of these games, we can look at them as very winnable, but the Illini cannot because you can't enter a game against a team like Michigan State and just expect to win. But when you get to games like Ohio in October and Robert Morris and Lindenwood and Iowa State, those CSCHL teams, you got to find something that works. So right now, Nick Fabri's just trying to mix those up. Same reason he's giving Ross Lippick the start tonight. We thought a lot of the time that David Heflin would be getting both starts this weekend and maybe Ross Lippick against a team like McHenry in a few weeks. But it's going to be Ross Lippick tonight. Just got to see what you're working with in case you need to go to a third goaltender because Lippick's struggling.
The Illini have won 11 straight games against these Michigan State Spartans in head coach Nick Fabrini's tenure. They'll try to make it 12. We've seen on these Saturday nights, Stephen, that this team becomes lackadaisical and just sloppy, can't get out of their own end zone on these Saturdays after they beat a team pretty well. And I think they did, regardless of the score, 4-1 last night. Lazinski kept them in it. They have to be cautious here because this team's won 3 national championships in the past 12 years. They're well coached. But Jack Tabizek had a great game last night, almost had a pair of goals. Why can't the Illini afford to have a letdown early in this hockey game?
Well, you just said one guy, Jack Tabizek, and then you added a guy like Mike Constantine who scored his first career goal last night. That pair could go off for a pair of goals tonight themselves, and that would put the Illini in trouble. So right now, early in the season, you don't want to ever take the fourth pedal. They should be excited because after a 6-month break and disappointing end the last season in the second round of the ACHA National Tournament, you don't want to just enter this season with that lackadaisical attitude where you're just taking anything for granted because right now there's still a lot of movement. You're still playing for that spot, especially in that third defensive pairing. Ross Lippick is the backup goaltender, some of those forwards in the bottom 6. You're still looking to earn your spot in the team, so you don't want to take a team like Michigan State easy even if it's a Division II team.
You know what part of the pregame this is? A score prediction. We said the Illini would win last night. I think that wasn't too far off. They won 4-1, of course. James McGinn with a hat trick. What about tonight, though? We saw last year the Michigan State was beating Illinois 2-1 after 40 minutes. Will you see a similar effort, or do you think the Illini will blow them out of the water?
First, I believe I said 4-1 last night. I think I was.
You know what we got to do? We got to check the tape. And hey, you can do that. And
YouTube.
Fans listening and watching as well can do that right now. YouTube.com. There's the link all over our Facebook and Twitter. Watch the entire broadcast, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Or you could watch the condensed highlights of about 2 minutes. We'll see if you were Nostradamus there. Will you be again tonight? What's your prediction?
I'm going 5-2 Illini. I think we're going to see a goal from that pair of Michigan State players I mentioned, Mike Considine, Jack Trubisik. I think we're also going to get 2 goals from Eric Cruikshank and the 4th of the season from James McGing.
It's Illinois. It's Michigan State. It's Saturday Night Hockey here at the Big Pond. We're going to get you the first period in just a couple of minutes. You are listening to the Illini Hockey pregame show on WPGU 107.1.
This is Alternative. WPGU 107.1. The first period is coming up next. WPGU 107.1. Urbana-Champaign.
The WPGU forecast brought to you by McDonald's. Partly cloudy sky tonight, and overnight low will drop down to near 65 degrees. We have a front moving our way on Sunday. That's going to enhance the potential for some showers and storms. Our high right around 85. Isolated showers, a few rumbles of thunder Sunday night, 65. Monday, scattered showers and storms, 85. And Tuesday, partly sunny showers and scattered thunderstorms. Our high Tuesday, mid-80s. I'm staff meteorologist Sally Russell on Champaign's Alternative, WPGU 107.1. Get any size McCafe hot coffee for $1 or a small pumpkin spice latte or caramel macchiato for $2 each. A la carte only at participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with other offers or meals.
Wanna stay in the sun where I find I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes. Yeah, I think about the end just way too much. But it's fun to fantasize on my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was. But it's fun to fantasize. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. I die for you, that's easy to say. We have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room. But they don't seem to see many bullets coming through. See many bullets coming through. Metaphorically, I'm the man, but literally, I don't know what I do. I'd live for you, and that's hard to do. Even harder to say when you know it's not true. Even harder to fight when you know that tonight there were people back home who tried talking to you, but then you ignore them still. All these questions, they're falling like, who would you live for? Who would you die for? And would you ever kill? Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. I've been thinking too much. 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 Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time. Taking my time on my ride. been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me.
Champagne's alternative, WPGU 107.1.
You're listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU 107.1.
Hi, everybody. We welcome you back into the Big Pond in Champaign, Illinois for the first period of the Saturday night game between the Michigan State Spartans and the University of Illinois Fighting Illini. I'm Cristiano Simonetta. Stephen Cohn is right alongside me. Eric Fisher is in a packed penalty box down there.
That looks like a good time for Eric. How you doing down there, Eric?
If he can even get a word in.
Can you hear us?
No. He probably can't even hear himself down there.
Hey,
Hopefully we get some chiming in from Eric Fisher down at
Just a quick question for you. In a different life, you were a goaltender. So Ross Lippick tonight, first career ACHA start, probably the biggest game he's ever played now. What's going through his mind at this moment?
I mean, I think it's got to be, you got to get the first shot, got to stop it, got to stop the second one, then let a couple minutes go by, get this crowd behind you, because they know that Ross, he's a rookie in this league, never started before, but he's got great size to him. But then we look at the other end of the rink. It's not Grant Lazinski. It's number 29, Max Quartermas.
Yeah, we saw Quartermas last year. We also saw Patrick Hodeman last year, who will be the backup goaltender today for the Spartans.
But if you're head coach Jim Martin, do you think you put in Hodeman if this game gets out of the way a little too quickly?
I don't know. Maybe in the first case, it could be both of them splitting time today. We don't know if after a period or two we're going to see Hodeman no matter what the score is. So that's all up for grabs. But Jim Martin, obviously, he's won national championships before, and he's going up against the coach that won national championship as a player here 9 years ago with Illinois, Nick Fabrini.
Starters for the Fighting Illini tonight on left wing, James McGing, who scored a hat trick in last night's game. Bobby Ernsting down the middle. David Kellner on his right. On defense, Joey Caprio the left side. Tyler Opilka on the right side. And Ross the Boss Lippick gets his first start against ACHA Division opponents. Or excuse me, not Division, ACHA Division II opponents.
That nickname there right there just shook me a little bit. Ross the Boss Lippick.
We used it last year.
Did we? I don't...
It was only starting for one game, long time ago.
Yeah.
Hey, it was so long ago, we didn't have video.
Oh, wow. You got us there.
So we hope that you're tuning in to the broadcast here on either youtube.com or WPGU 1071. We're going to send it down now to ice level for the beginning of the national anthem.
And the linesmen are Tim Totten and Carter Wade. This time, would everyone please rise, face the flag above the scoreboard, and remove all caps and hats. For the singing of our national anthem, performing the anthem tonight is a University of Illinois all-female a cappella group. They are the Ripcords.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem, much better than I could ever do or you could ever do. I believe that's a little generous there.
You don't know my singing skills.
That's true. We also don't know if Eric Fisher can speak. Are they going, oh my gosh, they thought that they were going back into the penalty box.
Well, let's just make it clear, this is the first time that one of our broadcasters is actually a penalty box attendant with the new glass on the penalty box. Last night, Mackenzie Bach was outside the glass. This evening, you will see Eric Fisher on your screen in the penalty box next to the line bench. And Eric, what do you have to say?
It's going to be a great game out here tonight. Sorry I couldn't get to you guys sooner. I was surrounded by a dozen beautiful women who sang this nation's anthem beautifully tonight.
Are you trying to get numbers in the penalty box like Steven did last year?
Oh, you know, I may have not. I don't usually kiss and tell, if you know what I mean.
All right, let's get back to the action on the ice. In the net to our right, in orange and blue, Ross Lippick, first career start against ACHA opponents, 6'4", 205, Bloomington, Illinois native. to the other end of the rink. Number 29, Max Quartermas, 3-2 record last season, 5.19 goals against average. Michigan State controls the draw early. Number 24, Andrew Rosa, gets to it along the near side boards. Michigan State zone, and we get a quick whistle 8 seconds into the first period. How crucial is the first tally for either team in this contest tonight?
Well, I think Nick Fabrini saw the success of this line last night, the second line of McGing, Ernsting, Kellner. He's rewarded them tonight with that start. Maybe see if they can get that first goal on the board within the first minute like last night as well.
Andrew Patson, 2-game winning goals, 4 power play goals last season on the faceoff against Ernsting. Ernsting wins it cleanly back to Caprio in the Illini zone. And Opilka tried for a saucer pass that missed the stick of David Kellner. Another whistle 7 seconds later. We'll now head down to ice level with Eric Fisher.
Hey guys, I just want to emphasize on how much of a big game this is for Ross Lipping, and especially this first period. This is going to be huge for the outcome of his game tonight. He needs to get off to a quick start, make some quick saves, and just get a lot of confidence in this early round down in his zone.
Well, now here's a face-off in his zone, and the Illini win it. Tyler Opilka had 1 goal in last night's game, pass over skates. Joey Caprio. Now here's James McGing. McGing, the all-leading active scorer for this Illini roster with 119 points. Pass from Opilka to Ernsting, hits off his skate, and now Ernsting comes in offsides. Lack of fluidity, not a lot of zone time through the middle, and that's what we've seen in 3 straight stoppages. Michigan State, they're on tonight, at least in this first minute. We saw McGing score in the first 68 seconds last night.
Yeah, you saw already tonight that Michigan State hasn't just had to try to clear the puck. Sure, it's been a very small sample size of 32 seconds, but tonight able to win a draw in their zone and not just not allowing the line to set anything up.
Joe Olin in his own zone skating out, number 27 in orange and blue. These great threads that the Illini are using tonight. The pass comes off the stick of number 10, Drew Richter. Now Michigan State has it. Jacob Stallings, White Lake, Michigan native, tosses one all the way down. Won't be icing as Joey Rittenell comes around his own net. That net tended by Ross Lippick, who hasn't been tested tonight. As Rittenell gets it across center, no icing. Stop there along the far side, halfwards in the Michigan State zone. Grant Stuve hits a man, that's Connor Lynch. Tie up in the far side corner. Cleared all the way around. As that one's going to be number 5, Lachlan Sewall, a Kalamazoo native. Can't get the puck, though. Minute 10 gone by in this first period, no score. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube.com or as radio only on WPGU 107.1. Crookshank throws it below now for Richter. Richter the far side. The Illini possessing, but not having it too cleanly as this one's all the way at the right point. Rittenell can't pinch those. He was backing up. Now out to center, it's Nolan. Nolan on the back end over to Crookshank. Crookshank with some nice moves and drops a Spartan. And now Crookshank drives over the line, going along the end boards with a reverse hit to Colin Ward. But the freshman shoves him off the puck, and it's kept in along the end boards of Michigan State zone.
Much more aggressive Michigan State team so far in these first 2 shifts.
John Moskalik with the drive, and that's a stop by Max Quartermas, making his debut of the season. Stallings reverses it, though. And now here's Chance Holmgren on the attack. The Illini force a turnover. Pass out in front. Here's a shot from Quinn. He scores! Stephen Quinn, a minute 58 in. It's the sophomore striking first blood for Illinois.
You find that center ice, Stephen Quinn standing right there on the far circle, the right side circle to the left of Quartermas, and just puts it, elevates the puck, which was a theme last night, something we talked about that the line needed to do. And within 2 minutes for his second straight game, the Illini have struck first.
Chance Holmgren forces the turnover, feeds to the high slot. Stephen Quinn beats Quartermas over the glove. We talked about it in practice, myself and Quinn. He promised me a goal on the first night, as well as a hit. He got the hit last night. Let's just say he's 2 for 2 there, scoring on the Saturday. Back underway here at the University of Illinois Ice Arena, known as the Big Pond. Stephen Quinn has given the Illini a 1-0 lead, a minute 58 into this hockey game. Puck out to center, 4th line out for the Illini right now. Charlie Salk's pass coming to the middle. Nice deep move there from number 12. That was Zach Sexton. Michigan State gains the line, though, quickly taken by Jack Graham, making his ACHA Division I debut. The junior played 2 years for Illinois' D2 team. Now along the far side board, skating out to neutral ice, it's going to be Sexton. Sexton's hit hard right there by a pair of Illini, as that was number 11, Charlie Salk. Now along, it's shot on in, and Ross Lippick makes the stop. Joey Caprio at the far side, cleared up ahead. Here comes David Kellner. Kellner over the line, he's bumped off. Now it's all the way along the end boards. 17-10 left in the first period, 1-0 Illinois. Along the near side boards in the Michigan State zone. They're not seeming to be able to generate anything. Now here's James McGing. McGing along the left side, trying to go far side. It's Opilka. He fires, he scores! Tyler Opilka may have been redirected, but 3 minutes and 3 seconds into the hockey game, Illinois with 2 quick strikes. Tyler Opilka, the recipient. That's his second goal of the weekend.
Yeah, Tyler Opilka, one of those Illinois defensemen we talk about is very talented, very gifted on both ends. And that's what makes them so dangerous and lethal in this conference, is they have such a strong offensive game, and now 2 goals, 2 nights. And he's the second leading scorer in this Illini team, behind 3 goals from James McGing.
We didn't even know if Opelka was going to dress tonight or this
night.
weekend.
Yep.
Exactly, and now he does. He becomes a difference maker. Boy, is this kid going to be good throughout this season as well as his senior year next year. 2-0 Illinois. Here's a stretch pass through the middle. It's Ernsting gaining the line. Now it's McGing dropping it along. 3 Spartans close in on him, including number 15. That was Dan Wolf. Buffalo Grove native having some trouble with Ernsting. Throws it down low to number 24, Andrew Rosa. Rosa's pass was too far. And now McGing's stretch pass to the middle was blocked, and Michigan State can outlet. Here they come on the attack. Dan Wolf gets into the zone, lifts the stick at Caprio. Puck goes behind both of them, and Opelka with the puck in his own zone.
Beautiful job by Joey Caprio in defense to cut off that pass on the boards.
Here comes number 5 along the right circle. Look at the move. Fakes the pass all the way across. Counter. Oh, he just missed. And there's a whistle there. 3 minutes and 46 seconds. The net had come off. Joey Caprio, nice vision across. Counter, couldn't get enough on it, though.
Yeah, the quick tip pass as Joey Caprio was going past the goal line. Great awareness by him to be able to find the man on the far side and almost get an open shot enough for 3 goals in 4 minutes.
Top line out for the Illini. Eric Cruikshank, Drew Richter, Grant Stube to the left of Quartermas. Face-off is controlled by Illinois momentarily. Now here's Cruikshank going along the high circle, and that one was stuffed away and dished along the near side boards. Now here's Joe Nolan, number 27 in orange and blue. There's going to be a whistle here with 16:04 left in the first period. It may have been a penalty, maybe an interference call. Eric Fisher, did you catch anything down there?
No technical difficulties down there from Eric, but it looks like no one's going to be going.
No, I think Cruikshank is.
Oh?
So he's disputing the call, of course. So like I said, I thought there was a little pick play in the high slot as Nolan was getting to the puck. Cruikshank takes a minor. Michigan State was 1 for 5 on the power play last night. Will they strike on this first one, or do you see the Illini killing this one off?
I know the Illini always one of the best PK teams in the country, so started that off strong, and they'll start this off with a defensive zone draw win.
And they win it 194 feet away from their extended target. That's Max Quartermas, who they've already beaten twice. Illinois up 2-0 thanks to goals from Tyler Opelka, as well as Stephen Quinn. Michigan State's got it back in the Illini zone along the far side corner, near side corner. A lot of patience here, dropping it back to the line. It's Sexton. Sexton across. There's a shot from Lynch. It was blocked away. And John Moskaluk dumps it all the way down. For a rookie to be on that top PK unit, it shows a lot of confidence from head coach Nick Fabrini.
Yeah, John Moskaluk, a big physical body, and he's a guy that can really get close to other defenders and block that one away.
Now in the neutral zone, Michigan State enters the Illini zone with ease. Now coming out with it will be number 19, Brian Burns. Burns along the goal line, looking for a far side pass. He shot one over the net. And the ricochet from that misfire goes all the way back to center ice. 51 seconds gone by, and the Illini PK, as Stephen Quinn decides to play 4 corners with it. Diagonals one back for Opelka, who will just wait and now slap it into the netting. So the faceoff will stay at neutral ice. 15:03 left in the first period, 2-0 Illini.
What was the purpose of that right there by Tyler Opelka?
I mean, obviously what he's doing is he's trying to hit Quartermas with the shot, just keep it in. Instead, he hit it over the net.
Guys, I really loved what I saw from Moskaluk down in that first line for this penalty kill. He was very under control. He wasn't trying to force anything or be too aggressive trying to get the puck. He just took his time, and once he did get the puck, he held it, and he got it out when he needed to.
Here's Stephen Quinn with the puck right now. Dumps it along in. 14:50 left in the first period. And now it's played along the center ice. 5 minutes and 13 seconds gone by in the first period. 2-0 Illinois. 38 seconds left on the minor to Cruikshank. Here comes Michigan State, their leading scorer from last year. Jack Tabizic sends one to the line. 2 guys in the same spot. Could have been dangerous. Now across for Newton. A nice intercept there from Caprio as Newton was trying to go to the opposite side. That was Tabizic.
Caprio able to just drop that one over and get a change for the Illini.
Cristiano Simnetta with you right now. Stephen Cohen alongside me in the broadcasting booth. Eric Fisher down at ice level. 2-0 home squad over the Michigan State Spartans. They have won 11 straight games against the team in green and white under head coach Nick Fabrini. 5 seconds left in the Illini PK. Passes all the way out to the middle. John Zielinski dumps one in. Lippick doesn't even have to play it, as this is number 18, Jack Graham. The junior defenseman launches one ahead for McGing. 5-on-5 now. McGing, a stretch pass. Now here's Ernsting. And he'll try and cross one in, and that one was knocked. He gets his own rebound, though. It's all the way in front. There's 4 Michigan State Spartans there. Nobody really wanted to go to it. And now it's Colin Ward who got intercepted by David Kellner. The Illini with some great jump of this first hockey game here. And now it's along the goal line in the Michigan State zone where it's taken and played by Riley Doyle. Or excuse me, that was number 40, Colin Ward. I don't think the Wheaton, Illinois native is dressed tonight. Nonetheless, an offsides. 6 minutes and 30 seconds into this first period.
Hey, I'd like to see Jack Graham maybe try to be more aggressive on offense. He was staying back towards the point, which is his job as a defenseman, but still just to try get some of those rebounds where there were opportunities in that possession.
Face-off along the Michigan State blue line. They're always crucial, and the Illini usually are very good at them. And now Jack Tabizic springs through along the neutral zone and dumps one in for Michigan State. Tabizic with a race for it. Now here's Joey Ritnell on his backhand over to Grant Stuve along the near side corner. Michigan State keeps it in off the skate of Joe Nolan. Nolan, a nice thread pass. Now here's Stuve gaining the red line, gaining the blue line, throwing one out in front. And that was Drew Richter, pops one into the air, and that one's knocked down by Zach Sexton. Crookshank with the puck all the way back to the right point. Here's Rittendale. Fake the drive, but Nolan had gone back to play defense, and instead the puck, that was very risky there from Joe Nolan, getting the puck away from Tabizic just in time.
I know this whole sequence by Joe Nolan right now, very impressive between the thread pass.
Look at that move, too. Plays it to himself. So the freshman defenseman had 36 points last year in the NA3HL. Shining here, great pass on the tape of Crookshank, now in front for Richter. Richter shot saved by Quartermiss. He kicks it out to the left circle. Here's Rittendale playing one in behind. 12:40 left in this first period. 2-0 Illinois. Crookshank head fakes, now back to the line for Rittendale. Rittendale fires one looking for a deflection, and Stuve's stick got to it, but the result didn't hit the twine. Now here's Nolan at the puck stripped away. Here comes number 88, Jason Petrus. The Michigan State Spartans dump it in. Along the near side of the Illini zone, it's Eric Crookshank late on his shift. Had the puck stripped away from him by Mike Considine. Nolan with a nice backhand pass over to Justin Reese in his first action of the weekend.
Everything Joe Nolan does is very smooth.
Oh, a bouncer there as Quartermiss had to stick that one aside off the stick of Reese. How about that for his ACHA first goal? That would have been quite the sight. As 8 minutes exactly have expired in this first period. 2-0 Illinois. Going down the right side is John Zielinski. Shot is saved by Ross. But technically, there haven't been too many shots against him in high-scoring opportunities.
Guys, I really liked how physical Michigan State's come out here tonight, but their problem is they seem to be a step slow from the Illini tonight. Everything they're doing just seems to be way too far behind where it needs to be, and that's where all these 2 goals come from. The Illini are really taking advantage of this white ice against Michigan State, and if they want any chance of coming back in this game, they need to adapt their play.
And they also got to score the next goal, and here come the Illini all the way out through center ice. Now it's Charlie Salk on his backhand, playing it in for Reese. Reese dumps it below the goal line. Pressure there from Neil Novosel. He gets dropped instead, and now here comes Colin Ward. Nice move through the middle. I think he's in Michigan State's best player all weekend. He tips one in.
That was a good chance by the lineup, but Charlie Salk probably held the puck for just a second too long.
Brian Burns behind the net, looking along the top of the slot. It's Edmund Meltzer. He backhands one in along the far side corner in the Illini zone. Here's Burns. Checked up the puck by Opilka. Easy outlet there for Charlie Salk, because that one is dumped across by Novosel. The Illini can go off for a change. 11-10 left in this first period.
Yeah, the pace is really picked up after our first 2 minutes.
Third line out for the Illini. Ward again. He's been on the ice, I believe, for a minute. His regime is going to go for a change, and he backhands one over the nets. It's pretty tough to miss Ross Lippick in the crease with a shot there, but they just did. And now I believe there's going to be a penalty here as the referees deem it slashing. I think Colin Ward's going to get the gate. 9 minutes and 1 second into this first period. 2-0 Illinois with a chance to extend their lead to 3.
Yeah, it was only 22 minutes combined penalty minutes between the 2 teams last night. 12 for Michigan State, 10 for the Illini. This is going to be the first chance for the Illini tonight on the power play after they went 0 for 6 last night.
Yeah, 0 for 6, Stephen. We saw them operate about a 28% succession rate last year. Something's got to give here against Michigan State. Ernsting wins the draw, the most crucial part of any power play. Here's McGing at the left circle. Banks one in below for Bobby Ernsting. Watch out for 24 and 13 in orange and blue. 24 over to 13, that's McGing. Now back for Ernsting. Pass was a little too predictable, though, and a nice active stick from Jack Tabizic disrupts that rush. Opilka's got to turn back.
Yeah, tonight we see that basically scoring line out there first on the power play. That was the second line last night.
That one is cleared away to the neutral zone as Eric Crookshank tried to go in individually, and that's not what you need to do when you've got an extra man, because always there's going to be one guy open. And now here's Opilka, 34 seconds gone, and Colin Ward slashing minor. Here's Stuve dropping one for McGing. McGing, what a pass for Ernsting. He fires off the goalpost. Oh, I believe he dented it. A slap that they score! What a goal there. Eric Eric Cruikshank gets on the board. 9 minutes and 47 seconds into the first period. 3-0 Illinois.
I think Max Cormus just doesn't know what to do anymore at this point. Bobby Ernst catches a break when Bobby Ernst, who once again just misses his first goal of the season by inches after he goes off the top bar on the goal. Eric Cruikshank gets a slap shot on the rebound after the high deflection and gets his first goal of the season.
Not only his first goal of the season, his 60th career goal as a member of the Fighting Illini in 3 and a little bit more of a season. Jim Martin takes his time out. You're down 3-0. 9 minutes are gone off this scoreboard. What are you saying to the Michigan State Spartans to try and get them back in this hockey game?
Well, I think it's the same thing as last night. They're down 3-0 after 2 periods. And you just have to kind of stay and keep playing your game. They chipped away. They made 4-1. They had some other opportunities as well if they were in position and out of position. So right now, I think you just let Cormus keep going. You let him see at least what he can do until the end of the first period. It's way too soon to let Patrick pull him and give Patrick Hodem in the crease for the rest of the night. If you're the Illini, though, I think it's more important that they don't take their foot off the pedal now because 3-goal lead, most dangerous lead in hockey, but also there's still 50 minutes left in this game, and you can see it still is an opportunity to change some of the lines and see what can happen.
If you're Ross Lippick, you haven't really faced an official shot other than shots from the near side 60 feet away. What's his mindset going in? The crowd's jumping. It's a 3-0 hockey game in one of the most dangerous arenas to play in the ACHA.
Well, I think he just feels comfortable at this point because now he's got a lead. He knows that his teammates are there and back him up on offense if he makes a mistake or two. So I think he can settle in now, let those nerves get out of the way and just play his game.
Back underway here at the University of Illinois Ice Arena. Cristiano Simonetto with you. Stephen Cohen alongside, and the Illini have a 3-goal lead trying to add to it in this first period. 10 minutes exactly gone by in this opening frame. Latest goal coming from Eric Cruikshank as this puck is going to be dumped all the way down for icing as Graham hits the hash marks.
And right out of a timeout, that's not the play you're looking for if you're Michigan State, just a dump and then have to try to chase the puck, and now they're going to face Illinois in their offensive zone. So as Michigan State, you're trying to just get some sustained pressure, sustained offense, and that's not the situation 19 seconds out of a timeout.
And it's going to be tough on the Michigan State defenseman because you think that you have a two-headed monster in McGing's line and Cruikshank's line, but Stephen Quinn, Chance Holmgren, and John Moskaluk, they're not the easiest trio to defend either.
Yeah, that bottom six is no longer weak for the Illini. The top 3 lines all very potent.
Graham with a drive off the face-off. It was blocked. Now in for Holmgren along the far side boards. 9:40 left in the first period. 3-0 Illinois. Puck comes out to your Stephen Quinn. Already has a goal tonight. Stops and starts playing one in front, and that one gets past the man, and also Mark Condotti, who has to double back into his own zone.
And Mark Condotti not able to save that one, and the Illini resets.
Now back in the Michigan State zone, it's number 27, Blaze Johnson. California native, outlets one up for Patson. Patson, puck on his stick, now all the way up for Maloney. Maloney shoots one, and a left pad save by Ross Lippick. Now all the way to Moskaluk. What a pass there for Holmgren. Quinn's cutting to the front of the net. Here comes Holmgren along the right circle. He fires, save, and rebound. Oh, and that one just trickled over the stick of Stephen Quinn. An example, though, of a player going right to the net.
Yeah, great position by Quinn to almost get his second goal tonight on the rebound.
11 minutes gone by in the first period. 3-0 Illinois against the Michigan State Spartans. A hit there on John Moskaluk. And Michigan State, I believe, will be going to the sin bin once again. As 8:58 left in the first period. Eric Fisher, what'd you see?
I'm seeing a lot of great play out of the Illini's third line tonight. The chemistry between Holmgren, Moskaluk, and Stephen Quinn has just been amazing. They seem to know where each other are at all times on the ice, and if that's how that's going to be the rest of this season, then the Illini's are going to have 3 to 4 dangerous lines this season.
I was wrong. It's Stephen Quinn going to the penalty box. 2 minutes for hooking. Michigan State with another attack on the 5-on-4.
Yeah, Stephen Quinn, he might lead the team in penalty minutes this year just because of the aggressive style of hockey he plays.
Andrew Patson on the draw against Charlie Salk. Left circle in the Illini zone. Ross Lippick, a towering figure in that net. We can see him from here, and look at the positioning. He knows that if a shot right off the draw comes, he's ready to drop down and protect that 5-hole.
Yeah, and that's the kind of smart play he gets because last year he was playing with 3 upperclassmen goaltenders, David Eflin, Zev Grumman-Morris, who's now an assistant coach with the team, and Joe Olin. So you got 3 very talented, skilled goaltenders, plus former assistant coach Tommy O'Brien. Ross Lippick was groomed for this role last year to step in, be an emergency goaltender, and also be able to give David Eflin some rest throughout the season.
I believe the delay is due to the penalty. No minutes showing up on the brand new scoreboard. We saw a couple kinks last night as well, but I believe, as I already mentioned, 2 minutes for hooking on Stephen Quinn at 11:02. So another bit of this lull here. So does it take a team out of the power play? If you're not ready to go after you get that momentum of having the penalty called against the opposition, this kind of throws a corkscrew into your plans for a quick strike, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does to an extent. I feel like this is most dangerous for Ross Lippick right now, having to wait, because this is a chance for Michigan State to get a quick score off the draw.
Face-off controlled by Charlie Salk using his skate, and that one's cleared all the way down as Patson had his stick broken. As this is Quartermass out to play it.
Charlie Salk much improved. He was forward and defenseman last year. This year, just the forward.
That's got to be tough, though. Playing on the back end in the ACHA and playing up front, it's tough to know where he was going to play. Luckily, he's gotten into a nice niche on the fourth-line centerman. Here comes Michigan State. Jack Tavisic. Nice toe drag going around the net looking for a wraparound. Instead, he holds it on his backhand, out to his forehand along the near side. Played for number 22, Stallings. Now for Tavisic. Tavisic fakes the drive. Now over to Stallings. Gets to the center position. Shots are off the goalpost. Two men in front. Joey Rittendale as well as John Zielinski. Ross never saw it. It clanked off the iron. Here's Stallings again. He shoots one. Stopped in the middle, though, by Joey Rittendale, not letting the puck get to his goaltender. Here comes Stallings. Pump fakes again. Salk on him. They drop it down low for Petrus. Petrus hounded there on the back check. Look at that by Joey Rittendale. Takes his man down. Salk kicks it back to Nolan, and I believe there's going to be a penalty as the two of those guys, Petrus and Rittendale, were still quarreling when the puck was away from them.
Yeah, but right now you're seeing Michigan State get a lot more shots on goal and quality shots. It's really testing Ross Lippick and what he can do. So it's the first basically flurry of shots he's maybe seen because nice passing from the Spartans.
And Rittendale will go to the box. Petrus goes to the box. Coincidental minors. I believe it's going to remain a 5-on-4. It depends on how they deem them. Could be a 4-on-3, and that would be pretty dangerous for Illinois, especially with their captain out. Andrew Patson wants a word. A little scoring update for those not watching on YouTube. 3-0 Illinois. 7:56 left in the first period.
And 4-on-3 in this ice is already small. It makes the ice very big. And this year in overtime, we'll see 3-on-3. The ice will be huge, but right now we're going to see a 5-on-4 advantage to Michigan State.
Because I believe they called them for the exact same thing at the exact same time, nothing differentiating. So it is similar to fighting majors, where there's no less man on the ice. It continues to be only a single-man advantage in a 5-on-4 for the away squad.
Joey Rittendale, the captain for his second straight year.
Now the puck is played along the left circle. Michigan State had won it momentarily, but Tyler Opilka clears it down. Michigan State trying to jumpstart their offense. It's Zach Sexton out of Heartland High School. 28 games played, 16 points. And now it's Quartermass coming out to play. It had to dodge a man of the Illini. That was number 19, David Kellner. Michigan State driving along the middle. Number 20, Tyler Maloney clears it in. Joey Capri will be the first one to it, despite Considine behind him. Michigan State takes it back. Now along the point, it's number 12, Sexton. Now playing it across, now for Connor Lynch. Lynch down low, slap shot save made by Ross. The puck is in the crease, but a quick whistle there, and you got to be upset if you're the Spartans, though, as that was a juicy rebound laying in the blue paint.
Yeah, Ross the Boss Lippick right there almost let his first career goal go through. But yeah, break for the Illini, and this stays a 3-0 game.
When you're that referee, though, right behind the net, you kind of don't see when that shot from the side of the goal line, especially with Ross's large frame, a 6'5". Puck was in his blocker, moved his arm, and it dropped right a few feet from that goal line.
Yeah, and I've seen from Lippick so far tonight, he's able to see over the players in front of him, so it's a huge advantage for him just because that 6'5" height that he has.
Ernsting on the draw. I believe Colin Ward will be the opposition centerman there. The left circle. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn joins me alongside in the broadcast booth. Eric Fisher in a crowded Illini penalty box.
This is a lot of lulls and breaks. 2 nights so far, a lot of breaks.
And the Illini win the draw. Hopefully we won't see them on for a while unless we see a goal scored by the Illini. Here comes McGing trying to toss one ahead for Ernsting. And he strips it away from Stallings. Look at the sophomore. Forechecking against. Killing a penalty. 7 minutes left in the first period. James McGing tries to come to the puck along the far side. Colin Ward dekes around 2 Illini. Now it's Zielinski. And now we're back to 5-on-5 as Quinn exits the penalty box. Joey Caprio is going to get to it along the near side end boards in his own zone. And a miscue there. Tavisic sends one in front. Zielinski can't handle the pass. But the Illini almost getting burned there on turnovers in their own zone.
Yeah, rare bad pass by Joey Caprio, who usually is one of the best passers in his own zone on this team.
Here's Stallings, pressured by 2 Illini. 6:30 left in the first period. 3-0 Illinois. Edmund Meltzer plays it ahead for War. Who saucers one ahead now for Zielinski. Zielinski shoots one off the stick and exited through the netting. We'll get another stoppage. Ross is looking very sound in that crease, not giving Michigan State much to shoot at.
Yeah, we've seen stuff from the left pads. That one, the right pad, coming from his left side, so nice job to block that one away. And it would be a nice play anyways because we've gone to the far side, which is the weak side of the ice in that situation. So it's a nice play by Lippick to nose that.
And as well to angle it high off the glass so it's not a direct rebound. It comes right out in front. Now we're back underway. In the Illini zone, here comes Eric Cruikshank, scored the third goal for Illinois. Deeks along, now coming for Stube. Stube, a man's taken down, no call. I believe that was Richter. Richter gets back to his skates. Cruikshank keeps the puck. He's got Condati at the left point. 14 minutes gone by in the first period. Cruikshank, great pass out for Stube. Stube now for Condati. Left point to right point. Here's a shot from Graham. Shot and a save made. Puck's loose. Out in the high slot, Condati. Puck overskated his stick. And now along the left circle, it's Condati playing it low for Richter. Richter, who has yet to score his first goal as a member of the Illini in the regular season. He had one against the Springfield Junior Blues last weekend. It's cleared down for Condati to take. 14 minutes and 22 seconds gone by in this first period. Long stretch pass that could have been easily avoided. Instead, it's cleared back for Jack Graham.
Yeah, we've talked about that third defensive pairing of Condati and Graham tonight. Just not as much of playmakers as you see on those top two pairings.
Nonetheless, they've been stable. Here's Stube for Holmgren. Holmgren trying to get the pass back. He uses his elbow to soccer one to himself. Condati with a drive. That one's deflected along the far side now for Stube again. Grant Stube, the senior, his pass was whiffed on, and instead it's Richter. He'll go to the bench after just tossing that one back in. Here comes the speedy skating of Joe Majoros. Majoros on his backhand, looking out to the top of the slot. Brian Burns comes through and takes the puck. That's going to be another penalty, a hooking minor. Chance Holmgren looking around, confused. He may be the one being sent to join Eric in the penalty box.
Yeah, no, a lot of penalties so far for the Illini tonight. They're not undisciplined penalties. They're just unfortunate situations for Illinois. But they're doing a nice job once again on the PK as they did last night when they stopped 4 or 5.
So now it's a third power play for Michigan State. If you're Illinois against a Division II team taking this many penalties, it took 5 last night, already 3, and we're not even 16 minutes into this hockey game. Is that something we're going to be looking to criticize moving forward?
Yeah, I just think I cut down on the overall more of an issue 2 years ago. Looks like Eric's talking to Chance Holmgren in the penalty box right now.
Yeah, just not very happy about that call right there. He's not very pleased with the refs and how they've been calling this game so far.
And Jack Tabizic now for Michigan State. The power play has started. Look at the clear up ahead, and that one's going to get by a streaking Moskalik. He'll get to the puck first. Oh, had the fake shot pass right to the middle area. That was for Novosel. Instead, it's Moskalik again. 6'2", playing one in front. Oh, and a left pad save. Quartermiss denies Novosel of his first goal as a member of the Illini. And as we get another whistle, but they draw a penalty, it's going to be a holding minor. It's going to be a minute 39 of 4-on-4 play before Illinois goes to a power play for 21 seconds.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious right there. Grant Newton holding Novosel down essentially after that as the puck kind of shot over to the boards.
2 freshmen there on that PK unit. Well, excuse me, Novosel's a sophomore, but he played on D2, so technically a freshman to the ACHA D1 game. They create a chance, and now they get their team a 4-on-4.
Yeah, Moskalik and Novosel. Nice playmaking ability between the two of them.
3-on-2 for Michigan State, though. Drive from Maloney, and that shot was off the blocker of Ross. And here's Nolan behind his own net. Drops one for McGain, James McGain. Don't want to give him too much open ice, and that's what we'll see here on 4-on-4. He hits Nolan, coming through the slot. Here comes Joe Nolan. He can have a breakaway. Nolan moving on his back, and a shot. He scores! Spectacular goal by Joe Nolan. It's 4-0 Illinois, 15:47 into the first.
Forward backhand and everything from Joe Nolan. Skating through the middle of the ice and putting Max Quartermiss on skates as if he wasn't already on skates. But still, that's 4 goals now, and Joe Nolan showing on offense and defense why he might be this team's best two-way player.
Oh my goodness. But you see the vision from McGing, 194 feet away from the target. First pass hits Nolan. Nolan's instincts, he cuts right through the middle of the ice between 2 Spartans. Forehand, backhand, and backhand again.
Cristiano, we've talked about it all preseason about how much of a playmaker Joe Nolan can be offensively. Well, he's already illustrated it in Illini's first weekend series with a series of amazing digs for the fast break. That's going to be great to see if he continues that the rest of the season.
Joe Nolan was probably the best goal of the Illini season so far, and it was a dandy.
Well, the first thing you said on that possession was don't give James McGing open space nice, and that's why the Illini are so successful here in this big ice.
Still 4-on-4 for the next 57 seconds. The Illini trying to score another, and why wouldn't they? Having the great play in this first period, they've controlled the pace, but now here's Jack DeBiesic hoping to make a difference. On the left circle, plays it along the boards for Michigan State, now in the Illini zone. Laid on back for Jacob Stallings. Stallings to the right point, tried to interchange with DeBiesic, and Stallings throws it in. Oh, and that had to be a very quick and a very attentive Ross Lippick save there to block that one along a near side tight angle. 25 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Caprio lays one for Quinn. Quinn out in front. Salk's stick was tied up along the far side corner. Mark Condotti has to back up. Here comes Caprio. And he cuts off Mike Considine very well, even though he's playing the left side tonight. Now along for Condotti in the Illini zone. Saucer pass. Nice knockdown, though, from Michigan State to center that one back. That was Jacob Stallings diffusing that. Could be Rush. Here's Condotti. The sophomore defenseman had one goal last season against Ohio. Plays it along the middle for Novosel. Novosel, 15 seconds left on now an Illini power play. Here comes a streaking Robbie Ernsting. That's Mike Lenzi getting his first shift of the night. It's going to come on the power play. So again, a forward who's the 13th guy getting opportunities and important minutes for Illinois. Here comes Mike Lenzi, the former Chicago Cougar, out in front. And a swipe at attempt for number 6, Justin Reese. Couldn't get to it.
4 of the 5 guys nice right now for the Illini, first-year players for this D1 club.
Technically 5 out of 6. I mean, if you count Ross, who has never played in the ACHA G1 level, the youngin's getting some time, and now here's a pass from Reese all the way across for Lenzi. Lenzi gains a line. Now here's Novosel. He'll try, and a save made. Also hit the goalpost there as Quartermas kicked one out. Andrew Rosa against Mike Lenzi. Lenzi describes himself as speedy and crafty. We'll see if that comes into play throughout the next 48 minutes of this hockey game. As now here's Joe Nolan, who scored the most recent Illini goal. Nolan, look at the speedy skating defenseman there along the left circle. He fires one. Oh, over the glove of Quartermas. He was eyeing that crossbar.
All by himself, Joe Nolan, able to elevate the puck, great plays for himself.
And now this could be a break for Michigan State. A great pass. Here's Colin Ward moving in. Stube on the backhand. Oh, what a save made. As Crookshank, was hounding Ward from behind. A backhanded shot from Ward. 8+ from Ross Lippick, though, with the shoulder.
Yeah, but the hustle by Eric Crookshank to get back on defense, especially in a 4-0 game, that could be tough. But as a senior, he knows his role in the team and just trying to help his team win the best he can.
18:21 into this first period. And I believe there's going to be a penalty. Justin Reese goes to the penalty box. So Michigan State heading to their 4th man advantage. This is something we can't see from this team. It doesn't matter if they're home or away. You can't be that undisciplined.
Yeah, it's really testing the Illini's PK and special teams units all weekend long. And it's been pretty good so far, but how long can they hold up and how long can Ross Lippick hold up?
Michigan State controls the draw. Jacob Stallings along the near side. Passed out in front as Reese gets 2 minutes for boarding. With 1:27 left in the first period. Number 6, Justin Reese, 2 minutes for boarding. Michigan State on their 4th man advantage. Puck is cleared all the way down. Here's Nolan, hoping for Moskalik at the opposite side. He gets it done, and Moskalik does his job, understands his role, and clears it all the way down the ice.
Yeah, Michigan State forced to reset. Only 1.5 minutes now left on his power play.
And only 60 seconds left in the opening frame. That's going to be offsides. Considine has to tag up. Here's Caprio looking for McGing. That's off the pass of Opilka. Here comes James McGing, just a bit offsides as he had Ernsting rushing to the front. 55.7 seconds left in the first 4-0 Illini.
James McGing has to know where he is in the ice. Kind of a veteran mistake as offsides, but he had a chance once again on open ice. We mentioned already this period. Gives someone like James McGing open ice to create for himself, and they will take advantage of it, find a teammate, or take it to the crease by himself.
Burns on the draw against Ernsting. Burns wins it. Key moment in the hockey game for Michigan State as that pass goes off the tape. Number 8, Connor Lynch. Quartermas out to play it. Oh, my, that was fanned on. Here comes Ernsting. Now here's McGing onto his backhand. Goes to the far boards. He's pushed down a bit. 40 seconds left in the first. A minute left on Reese's minor. Here's Caprio back at the point for Opilka. Great pass from McGing through the middle. He does a pirouette. Plays it over for Ernsting, who dumps one in. Some sticks coming up high against number 12, Zach Sexton. Legal at the official. Then look at the other end of the ice. Here's McGing. Now here's a pass. Oh, a spinner-rama. Look at Robbie Ernsting. He throws one and a save made by Quartermas. Wait, aren't the Illini on the penalty kill here?
Max Cornemus just diving for his life to stop everything right now. The Illini keep throwing pucks at him. And that combination of James Winging, Bobby Ernstling for his second straight night has proven to just be absolutely lethal for Nick Fabri's team.
Dangerous at even strength, but now they're showing they could be dangerous on special teams as well. On the penalty kill, an area where Illinois was awful at with 76% efficiency.
Yeah, and I think it's just proven that someone like Bobby Ernstling has improved as a two-way player to be able to keep the puck on offense.
Face off to the left of Quartermas. 20 seconds exactly left. The Illini are currently killing a penalty to Justin Reese. As we have another stoppage, as I believe the clock was running. Early kinks here. No matter. We got the broadcast going up great. We thank you for listening on WPGU 1071 or YouTube.com for the video stream, along with the new scoreboard that we have on there as well, so you never miss a beat.
And you should like Illini Hockey on Facebook. Follow at Illini Hockey on Twitter. And we will have exclusive videos all season long as well, starting this upcoming week.
10 seconds left in the first period. 4-0 Illinois over Michigan State. Jack DeBasic in his own zone. Deeks to the middle. How much time does he have? He's got 5 seconds. Now here comes a fake. Oh, and that's a great active play there. As Counter looking for the puck. Puck comes out into the high slot. That was knocked away. Clean sheet for Ross Lippick in those opening 20 minutes here. 4-0 Illini after one.
Yeah, one shutout period from Ross, and I don't think we'll have to see Jake Barnhart tonight, the backup goaltender, as Ross Lippick having a wonderful ACHA debut.
And one comment on our YouTube stream says, Steven, you might want to change your prediction before it's too late. Looks like 4-0 Illinois. Looks like they're going to get more.
I'm here with Stephen Quinn down here on the ice.
Down with
Steven, you scored the first goal of this game. Take me through that play.
Holmgren kind of made a nice little play down low. Mossy kind of tipped the puck to Holmgren, and Mossy went to the net, and I was like, all right, got to go to the net. So I followed him to the net, and Holmgren tossed one in front and just found that back of the net, kind of closed my eyes on that shot. So
now what do you guys got to keep doing to keep up the intensity in this game? Because it's 4-0, so you don't want to make sure you come out too complacent, I think.
Yeah, we definitely just got to keep the shots going and just continue with our neutral zone play. Our neutral zone play has been good so far, and we just got to keep up the nice forecheck and just keep the shots coming on net and goals are going.
All right, thank you, Steven. Good luck in the next period. Cristiano and Steven, back to you guys up in the treehouse.
Great job, Eric Fisher. We thank you for that exclusive one-on-one interview with Stephen Quinn, one of the goal scorers in this first period. There were many. Quinn, Opilka, Joe Nolan, for example. Crookshank there on that third goal with that blast of a slap shot that may have ripped the net.
I said he's going to score 2 goals tonight. Crookshank is, and halfway there after a period of play.
Halfway there. We're only 1/3 through the hockey game, though. We're going to get to the first period intermission in just a couple of minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey First Period presented by WPGU 1071.
Champagne's Alternative, WPGU 1071.
The second period puck drop is coming up next.
We are the Fighting Illini. Always have been, always will be. In every story, the choice is fight or flight. But we don't choose our destiny. We will always fight. We will always be the Fighting Illini. Hail to the Orange. Secure your seats for Fighting Illini football today by phone at 1-866-ILLINI-1 or online at fightingillini.com.
This is Champagne's Alternative, WPGU 1071.
It's the dawn.
Champagne's alternative, WPGU 1071.
like I'm wasting my time away on things that still don't matter. I don't care who can shotgun faster. But when the goat runs dry, what's left behind is someone I don't mind. I'm dying with.
You're listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU 107.1.
Reporting live from the Big Pond for your first period intermission, I'm Abby Callisto alongside Mackenzie Bach and Hammond Kyle. And you're listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU 107.1. Guys, I'm so excited. This is my first intermission report for the 2017-2018 season. And I would like to introduce my newest broadcaster, Hammond Kyle. Kyle, welcome to the broadcast. We're so excited to have you here.
Thanks for having me out tonight.
All right, so first period been exceedingly exciting today. We have goals from Crookshank, Stephen Quinn, Joe Nolan, and Tyler Opilko. What do you guys have to say about this super exciting Saturday night?
Well, that was a great first goal from number 7, Stephen Quinn. It was a great pass from the corner by Chance Hamren, and it was a perfect setup. The goalie just didn't have time to react, and the glove just doesn't move that quickly.
Absolutely, and you know, the biggest thing I saw was that the Illini were very active on both sides of play. You know, both the defenders and the forwards were getting into the action, and I love that, absolutely.
Absolutely, I love that, and we have some super exciting action from both our rookies and our seniors. So can you guys tell me like a little bit how the seniors have been influencing our rookies and how each line is kind of getting a piece of the puck and how that's working for us tonight?
Well, Abby, first of all, yesterday, gameplay was very slow for the first period, but very quickly the rookies, found their groove and, got back into the game. And today, there was no issues whatsoever on the ice this first period, which is fantastic. So I think the veterans are definitely having an enormous influence on the rookies. And speaking of rookies, Joe Nolan, with his first goal of the season today, fantastic. Great goal by Joe Nolan.
And Joe Nolan tonight has been great with the puck. He's really done a good job of keeping it, and he's done a good job of getting back and playing defense. He's playing a two-way game tonight.
What other players have you guys seen stepping up to play a two-way game tonight?
Honestly, I think Eric Cruikshank has been 2 games. On offense, he has been, creating some phenomenal opportunities for goal scoring. But on defense, he's always been there pressuring Michigan State University and making sure that they do not have room to work the puck, which is phenomenal.
Cruikshank had a great back check towards the end of that first period. He really caught up. Joe Nolan was a little slow getting back after taking a shot, but Cruikshank got back really quickly.
Yeah, I want to talk about Bobby Ehrenstein. Bobby Ehrenstein has stepped up. He lost most of his line from last year, and this guy has stood up playing more offense and more defense than ever before, and I love seeing him play more defense. He's great. I'm really happy with how he's been playing this year. Can we talk about the third and fourth lines a little bit more tonight? Like the first and second always get all the spotlight, but I want to talk about the third and fourth lines for tonight and how they've been stepping out lately.
Well, tonight, Quinn, Hammerin, and Muskok have been really, really good. They've been pressuring the other team's defense. The Wings have done a great job of covering the point, and they've been in the action the entire game on offense.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about the third line is that they've been having some trouble with penalties. In the first period, Stephen Quinn had a hooking penalty, which slowed the Illini up a little bit, but as you can see with this 4-0 score, did not affect us too much.
So yesterday I noticed this a little bit, and I think it's going on further today, but I noticed that the seniors and all the returning players, they know how to be physical in a way that doesn't get them in trouble, minus Stephen Quinn because he loves the penalty box. But everybody else, like the rookies, they aren't physical enough. Is there anything else the rookies can like stand up to be more like the returning players that will really help out the Illini?
Well, the rookies in this first period, they weren't really physical at all from what I saw, and they really just didn't hit. They tried to avoid hits, it looked like. And the seniors and juniors, they've been kind of getting away with a couple slashes, and those have been pretty much the only things the refs haven't called tonight. The refs haven't made the best calls so far.
You know what? I am totally okay with the rookies playing it safe for now. This is their second game in the ACHA, and they're trying to find their groove. They're trying to see with what they can get away with. I am totally okay with that. They will figure it out. It's in due time. In due time.
So going off that question, it's really hard to find that mix between being physical and doing the right thing. Hamden, I know that you were a referee and you played hockey. Can you kind of talk about like how difficult it is to find that balance between being physical, asserting yourself, and doing the right thing in the play?
Well, personally, I was never the biggest guy on the ice, but I love to hit people. And I always struggled to find the balance of when it was and wasn't a penalty. A lot of times I played defense, and in front of the net I'd be trying to move players out as we're taught, but a lot of the times it was called as penalty, which personally I didn't agree with, and as a ref I don't call that because your job as a defense is to move players out from in front of the net, which Illinois has done a pretty good job with, except for when they were on the penalty kill and couldn't move number 87 out.
Hamden, what position did you play when you played, and can you kind of describe your style to one of the guys playing on the team?
I was primarily a defenseman, and I would compare myself to Joe Nolan. I like to get up into the play, but I was always someone who would get back, control the puck, and try to move people out and play physically.
Awesome. Well, we're really excited to have you in the broadcast once again. So going further into that defensive kind of talk, can we talk about Ross Lippick and how he's played and how his 6'5" size has asserted himself as an important figure in the team?
Well, Lippick hasn't really been tested yet in this game. Michigan State's got 7 shots on the night unofficially, but they really haven't shot anywhere other than his pads. Lippick has just had to get down and deflect the puck away.
Yeah, absolutely. Ross Lippick, you know, I mean, yeah, sure, the score is 4-0. You know, nothing against him right now, but really, he hasn't been tested yet tonight, and so it'll be interesting to see with the next 2 periods how he does.
So I realize the Illini are up 4-0 right now, but I mean, we're not a perfect team. We're a young team. We lost a lot of guys this past year graduating. Can we kind of talk about some maybe openings that the Michigan State's going to have this next period? Do you think the Illini are going to get overconfident and we're going to lose some? Because I saw that's what happened last night. We were up, once again, 4-0 in the last couple minutes. We lost the shutout. What do you guys think could maybe happen tonight?
Personally, I do not think that that's going to be the case. You know, last season, the 2 games that we played against Michigan State, the most goals that Michigan State was able to score on us was 2. We already have a 4-0 lead. Even if they did score the most goals that they've scored ever, which is 2, there's no way they're going to come back. I do not think the Illini are going to get overconfident. We're too experienced for that. You know, there's no way, no chance.
Hockey is a game of lead changes, as many of you well know, but I don't see Michigan State coming back in this game. The Illini have just played way too fast for Michigan State to keep up, and they control the puck too well, and Michigan State just hasn't really had a chance to advance the puck.
So we talked about how well the Illini have done. Can we talk about maybe some positive things for Michigan State or things that Michigan State can work on to do a little bit better tonight?
Well, Michigan State tonight has controlled the puck well on the power play. They've done a great job of being in front of Lippick and trying to stay in the crease to screen him. Number 87 on Michigan State has really done a good job of staying in front and playing physical. And Michigan State's played a physical game throughout the game.
I think Michigan State could work on being a little bit faster. Like Eric was saying when he was on ice earlier, Michigan State is always a step behind. So if they could kind of like maybe move a little bit faster. I know it's kind of difficult because a lot of our seniors are really fast guys, but that's something the Illini have.
When you've got guys like Stephen Quinn who are just flying down the ice, you know, it's really hard to keep up with the Illini. So honestly, I think Michigan State just needs to set themselves up for the Illini whenever they, you know, they just need to set themselves up well on the ice, because there's no way they can keep up with them. But if they place themselves well on the ice, they can definitely position themselves up so they can defend the Illini when they do come down across the blue line.
The first 3 lines for the Illini are just too fast for Michigan State to keep up with. They just haven't had the speed or energy to keep up with the Illini tonight.
So like you've said, the first 3 lines have done an incredible job in our first period. So can we talk about, I want a player from each of you that's going to stand out for the next period and maybe even the rest of the game, maybe somebody that's going to score, somebody that's going to play amazing defense, but I want 3 standout players, 1 from both of you and 1 from myself. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is just carrying on from yesterday. Grant Stuve. He's been doing everything right all game, at least yesterday, as well as today, creating opportunities on both sides of the ice. You know, he's everywhere you want him to be, and that's perfect. He's always there to create an assist, set himself up for a goal. Just phenomenal two-way player.
Robbie Ernsting's my player to watch for tonight. He's been everywhere these past 2 games with 6 points throughout 2 games already, and there really hasn't been a way for Michigan State to stop him to this point.
Yeah, I want to back that up. I was actually going to say Bobby too, but you stole mine, so I'll find somebody else. Bobby's done a great job offensively and defensively. Coming back for his 2nd year with Illini hockey, he's done an amazing job on both sides, and I love how he's playing as a veteran now and replacing the people that he lost last year and doing an even better job this year. But I'm going to back up my senior, Eric Cruikshank. He's an amazing person on the ice, great leader on the team, and I think he's going to get another goal this period, and he's going to continue to prove why this team deserves to be number 1. Well, I thank you both very much for your insight this period. Once again, Hamden, welcome to the broadcast team, and I'm Amy Kelso alongside Mackenzie Bach and him and Kyle. Cristiano and Stephen will be back in just a few moments. This has been your Illini Hockey Intermission Report for the University of Illinois Ice Arena.
This
Baby, I'm howling for you. It was all yellow.
Champagne's Alternative. WPGU 1071. The second period puck drop is coming up next.
We are the Fighting Illini. Some claim the past is behind them. We say it belongs to us. We stand on the shoulders of giants. We will always fight. We will always be the Fighting Illini. Hail to the orange. Order the Butkus Blitz mini plan and choose 2 Fighting Illini football home games for only $50. Call 1-866-ILLINI-1 or visit fightingillini.com today.
Alone, listless, breakfast table in an otherwise empty room. A young girl, violins, center of her own attention. The mother reads aloud, child tries to understand it, tries to make her proud. The shades go down, it's in her head. Painted room, can't deny something wrong. Don't call me daughter, not fit to. The picture kept will remind me. Don't call me daughter, not fit to. The picture kept will remind me. Don't call me. She holds the hand that holds it down. She will Don't call me daughter, not fit to. The picture kept will remind me. Don't call me daughter, not fit to be. The picture kept will remind me. Don't call me daughter, not fit to. The picture kept will remind me. Don't call me daughter, not fit to be. The picture kept will remind me. Don't call me.
Hello, everybody. We welcome you back at the Big Pond here in Champaign, Illinois. A 4-goal outburst from the Fighting Illini against the Michigan State Spartans. Hi, everybody. I'm Cristiano Simonetta. Alongside me, Stephen Cohn. Eric Fisher is down at ice level. Joe Nolan's got to steal that spotlight with that 3rd goal of the game. But, man, the Illini, great effort through 20.
Yeah, what about 4 goals from 4 different guys? And for 3 of those, their first goal of the season. Tyler Opilka gets on this board for his 2nd time, and James McGinn 3 times yesterday. 8 goals so far. 5 different Illini have scored those.
And as we get set for this 2nd period, here's Jason Petrus in his own zone. Now playing it back, Michigan State going from right to left, and the Illini going from left to right. And those beautiful orange uniforms. So do you think those should be the move moving forward at home? I mean, those are just spectacular.
Yeah, they really stand out on this big ice, but I think they're going to be very sharp on the road this season with these.
And here come the Illini. Mike Lindsay backhands one in for Eric Cruikshank. An interesting combo there as it appears to be Kellner, Lindsay, and I believe they're changing right now, so Holmgren comes on. So maybe Fabrini mixing up the lines a little bit. 44 seconds gone by in the 2nd period. 4-0 Illinois.
Yeah, that was something I mentioned in the 1st period, a way to keep the opponent on their toes, but also to see what might work for you in different situations if there are injuries this season.
Puck comes out to the middle. Here comes Michigan State. Here comes Connor Lynch along the left circle, looking for a backhand in front. Nice active stick from Opilka along the end boards in the Illini zone. Played back, now a shot from Patson. He fanned on it. Goes to the low circles. Michigan State out with it again. It's Connor Lynch. Lynch had 6 points in 20 games last year. Foxborough, Massachusetts native. Plays one along to Kalamazoo native. Lachlan Sewell. That pass went into the middle and no receiver for Michigan State. It's John Moskaluk. Moskaluk, who had a strong first period, look for him to strike in this middle frame. Here comes Joey Caprio over the line along the right circle as a man cutting in. He shoots one and a save made by Quartermas. A minute 30 into the second period, 4-0 Illinois.
Yeah, and that was a quick second of a Randall Caprio defensive parry, something we saw the past 3 years from this Illinois team. And Joe Nolan now comes on, so the Illini go for a change. But the Illini trying to get that sustained offense now, looking for a little bit of a groove with some different lines here. But now we're going to see that top line that we had tonight, which has a lot of chemistry.
Here's Ernsting spinning around, has McGing along the high slot. Ernsting handcuffed himself, and now it's out for Brian Burns along the block eye. Now over the blue. Deekson, a nice swiping poke check there from Joe Nolan. That's vintage hockey as Michigan State keeps the puck. Driving over the line, it's Colin Ward. He shoots one wide along the far side corner. Coming to the right point will be Andrew Rosa. He can't keep it in. He slips. Instead, it's John Zielinski slapping one across for Newton. Newton goes cross ice. Rosa gains a line, dumps one into himself along the far side corner. Nolan tried to cancel him out. Instead, Spartans remain. Here's Brian Burns on the far side corner, boarded by Ernsting. Needs someone to help him out. It's Joe Nolan digging for it. Half-board battle. Now it comes for Nolan, looking for an outlet. It's McGing. Now look to the middle here, and he hits Kellner. Here comes David Kellner moving in on a short breakaway here, and it's stopped by Quartermas, who tried to swipe at it and missed. Now here's a shot from Ernsting. Gobbs! Stopped by Quartermas, and he swipes a counter, and those two exchange jabs. And now it's Petrus, and here comes James McGing. Quartermas with the first shot there, and now McGing is tossed to the ice by Brian Burns. And now we see some fracas that we assumed would happen on the Friday night. Now this game, a 4-0 deficit for Michigan State, some extracurriculars.
And these guys play each other every single year in September, so early on. So a lot of these older players like James McGing, a senior, he knows what it's like to play these Michigan State guys. He's played them several times. And it looks like James McGing was almost thrown to the ground by one of the refs at the end of that sequence. But yeah, it looks like it was also Brian Burns.
And we're trying to get Eric Fisher's mic to work. Let's make sure it's on. And as we hope to get his insight in the next couple minutes here down at ice level. But a lot of bodies in the penalty box here. One for Illinois, one for Michigan State. 2 minutes and 29 seconds in. Oh, boy. Quartermas with that one jab. Yeah. Kellner goes right back at him. And then McGing comes in to attack Petrus, who was ganging up on Kellner. And I don't know if this is going to be 4-on-4 hockey, but I don't know how Quartermas doesn't get a minor there.
I don't even know. I feel like all of that could have been avoided if Quartermas was able to get a stop on that first shot. He couldn't find the puck. It just continued the sequence and ended up being, looks like it's going to be 5-on-4, the Illini advantage.
They did give Quartermas a late penalty. That's what I thought. I saw him with that first jab. You cannot use that blocker or stick as a weapon. Quartermas is probably going to get 2 for roughing. Of course, we'll hear the official penalty announcement over the PA system. Eric Fisher's down at ice level.
Guys, that whole thing developed after David Kellner got a little too physical with Michigan State's goaltender. And after that, retaliation ensued, and that's how we see all these penalties ensue.
And so it's coincidental minors. The Illini go to the power play. Here's McGing throwing one in below. Now for Ernsting. Instead, the puck came over his stick and it over Zach Sexton's now along the near side, and that one's cleared all the way down. Lippick comes out to play it.
Illinois penalty to number 19, David Kellner. All received minors for roughing.
So they all receive minors for roughing there. And Michigan State gets 2. Illinois gets 1. 2 are coincidental. So Illinois goes to a 5-on-4 advantage. Now here comes through the middle. It's Stube. Stube for McGing along the far side. He's boarded a bit. By number 18, that was Patson. McGing drops one back beautifully. Opilka's got a lot of space. Moving down low. Ernsting, quick pass. There's McGing. McGing dropping one back. Fluttering pass now for Cruikshank. Now Opilka drives, and that one just went wide and over the cage. But instead it comes for McGing. McGing wanders. 1:05 left in the Illini power play. Here's Robbie Ernsting. Ernsting threw it to an unsuspecting Cruikshank. Will it be kept in? No. Opilka's got a double back at the red line. The Illini go and try and come in on this rush.
Ernsting working behind and now looking to get past the middle of the ice.
Here's Cruikshank to McGing along the far side half boards. Zach Sexton giving him respect here as McGing wanders closely, and Sexton patiently tried to get the puck out. A nice keep in from Opilka. 16-10 left in the second period. 4-0 Illinois. Here's Ernsting. Ernsting, quick pass from McGing. Saucered over to Cruikshank. That's one you don't need to force there because there's two guys right in the middle of it.
Yeah, they stopped looking at the high slot in that situation and just trying to keep passing it across the boards.
Here's Opilka. Gaining the line along the near boards, drawing a pair of defenders. That's cleared and out. And Mike Considine comes to the puck along the neutral ice. 4 minutes and 13 seconds going by. Now here's Cruikshank. Cruikshank out to the point. Puck skipped over Salk's stick. And some miscommunication as Opilka drops it for Salk. And now for Holmgren. 5 seconds left in the Illini power play. One last rush. Here comes Holmgren gaining the line. Right circle. Drops it for Salk. Salk's got a man at the left point. Instead he's shoved down. It's cleared behind for Drew Richter. 5-on-5 hockey now.
That line usually so dangerous was kind of not that aggressive on that shift.
Richter, head fakes, now goes in the middle, skates around another. Look at Drew Richter putting on the moves. Spins right out in front of us, a score! Rookie to rookie. It's 5-0 Illinois. John Moskowic's first as a member of the Orange and Blue.
How easy does it get? Richter just skating around, going to the back of the net, finding Moskowic right before he was able to set for the shot. Not even a slap shot, kind of waited for a second, and then just put it towards the left side of Max Tormes. The Illini up by 5 now, 15 minutes to go in the second period.
Drew Richter just set up that entire play. I mean, head fakes one at the line, deeks around another along the right circle, and you think that he's going around the net, right? What does he do? Puts it along the near side. Moskowicz looked like a deer in the headlights. He knew he had the puck. Goes over the glove of Quarterman.
All of these freshmen playing like seasoned veterans here just in their first weekend with Illinois hockey.
5-0 Illinois. Justin Reese along the far side of the Illini zone with number 8, Connor Lynch. It's reversed now for Jack Graham. Richter with the only assist at 4:41 on the goal by John Moskowicz. It's cleared down. There's going to be an icing. 5:04 into the second. The Illini are off and running here at home.
Yeah, and I feel like right now you're seeing so many of these freshmen make a difference. If it's someone like John Moskowicz or with that goal, Joe Nolan with a goal tonight, and Andrew Richter with the assist.
Face off to the right of Lippick. It's Joe Majoros, one hand on his stick, brings it back for Meltzer instead. Nice play from Reese. Reese on his backhand, clearing one in. Lenzi on the forecheck. It's going to be against number 22, Jacob Stallings. Nice move by Reese. Instead, he's swallowed up by 3 Michigan State Spartans. Out to center for Condati. Condati to Graham. Graham clears it along the middle area. Now here's Neil Novosel. Novosel skating over the block guy. Now gains the blue line, moving in. And slap shot over the glove and directed off of the trapper of Quartermas and into the netting. A stoppage 5 minutes and 32 seconds into the second.
The Illini is playing keep away with Michigan State right now, not even letting them get any type of puck possession, as every time Michigan State tries to clear it, they want to get right back on offense and a lot of quick shots, which is something we surprisingly didn't see in that last power play by the Illini.
Top line out for Nick Fabrini's club. Eric Cruikshank, Grant Stuve, Drew Richter. Richter describes himself as a playmaker, and boy, he's as well advertised as they come out of Springfield Junior Blues. Here's Stuve, nice pass for Cruikshank. He tried to tip one on. That was blocked by the captain, Grant Newton, and swiped along to the far side boards.
Richter knows his role in the team.
As a lot of these freshmen do, including Nolan, who sends a great pass. Rittendale winds and fires, shot over the net. Example of a seeing high shot there, just missed the twine with traffic in front. Here's Nolan, what a fake around a man, and how about a second one? Joe Nolan drops it back for Cruikshank. Cruikshank's pass, well read, and intercepted by Mike Considine, who scored the only goal for Michigan State last night. He moves in, drops one back for Petrus, and a blocked effort there from Joey Rittendale. The Illini could have numbers. Here comes Richter, 4-on-2. Gaining line right circle. Richter out in front for Rittendale. Drop pass, oh Nolan! Had Quartermas moving. Instead it's going to be Stuve along the far side corner. The defenseman in the low slot, you'd rarely see that.
The defensemen look like forwards on this Illinois team with their playmaking and scoring ability.
13:37 left in the second period. 5-0 Illinois. Thanks to a goal scored by John Moskowicz in this middle frame. An effort there from Petrus never materialized near the net. Petrus again. Deeks. That one was taken away. Here comes Joe Nolan. Nolan ahead for Stuve. Late on the shift. Here comes Holmgren along the right circle. Stuve's pass was blocked at the corner. And Holmgren, great pass to the middle. Instead, Opilka couldn't handle it. Now Moskowicz dropping one back. Shot from Quinn. Glove stopped by Quartermas. He hangs on. 6 minutes and 50 seconds into the second period.
Guys, I'm seeing sloppy play in the neutral zone from Michigan State. Anytime they're trying to get a rush going, they're just getting met by these Illini forwards, and this is killing any opportunity they might have offensively.
Face off to the right of Max Quartermas. Head coach Jim Martin, he can't be happy with this right now. Lost 4-1 last game, 5-0 now in a game that could come more of a rout quickly. Here's Stephen Quinn behind the net, has a Golden Knight. Chance Holmgren looking for his first of the season. Looks around, make sure he's got men in front. It's Moskaluk, and that winding slap shot just missed the right post. Moskaluk may have the hardest shot on this Illini team aside from Eric Cruikshank. Moskaluk's pass, that's intercepted though. It could be a breakaway for Dan Wolf, but the back checking there from Moskaluk. He creates the turnover, makes the turnover, and then diffuses that rush. Nice two-way hockey there from the freshman. And here's Holmgren. No look pass, no receiver, and it's cleared all the way back down. This will become an icing. They waved it off, though, as they deemed that Caprio could have gotten to that loose puck.
Illinois looks a lot faster in Michigan State right now on the ice.
Here's Moskaluk. Had to play through his own man. That was Quinn. Instead, Moskaluk has to go tag up. Caprio drops it for Opelka. Effingham, Illinois native. Back for the senior defenseman and Caprio. Now for Quinn. Quinn digging through the middle. Again, miscommunication with Moskaluk, and here comes number 15, Wolf. Wolf, right circle. He fires one over the glove of Ross and met glass. Patson with a low-angle shot that hits off the back of the cage. 11:59 left in the second period. 5-0 Illinois.
I don't think Ross Lippick's faced an actual shot yet in the second period.
I don't think so. I think you've got that one nailed. It's been nothing from Michigan State in this middle frame, even though they didn't generate a lot in the first. Here comes Moskaluk, digging between one man. Look at the move on his backhand, and see who's looking for Stephen Quinn. But Quinn, the left-handed shot, it's tough for him to get to that right post on the forehand.
Stephen Quinn also didn't have a stick.
You can't score if you don't have a stick. And now here's Neil Novosel. Novosel back to the line. Opelka dodges his teammate's stick. Novosel again, playing it down low for Justin Reese. Reese, 5'8", throwing one across. Great pass for Opelka. Or excuse me, that's Caprio. Caprio fan on the shot. Banks it along the end boards. Now for Novosel. Great chance. Now look at Opelka at the far side. Pass comes a little bit behind him. And instead, it's Dan Wolf late on a shift. He cleared it down. Caprio settles. Clears it to the middle. Wolf with a stab at it. Instead, it's a board battle along the near side. Maybe in the blind spot for the video stream on YouTube, which we hope you're tuning in. Or if you're not, we're catching you on WPGU 107.1. The Illini are up 5-0. Colin Ward from Michigan State attacking against Jack Graham in the Illini zone.
Great back check by the Illini here in the second period.
It's been all two-way hockey from, I think, all 13 forwards and 6 defensemen, something that we didn't really see in last year, which meant more inconsistency and more losses for this club.
Yeah, last year we saw a lot more one-dimensional players. They were either aggressors, offensive players, defensive. This year, everyone seems to have a full set of skills.
Mark Condati plays one up for Moskaluk. Moskaluk on the tip play. Here's Jack Graham. Graham driving over the block eye over the blue. Passes ahead for counter. Counter. Skate to stick. Tight angle. Wraps around the net. Fakes off of Meltzer. Now back to the line. Condati now for Graham. Graham, will he funnel it to the net? No, he goes down low. And this is James McGing. McGing held scoreless so far in this hockey game. Made 3 goals last night. Here's Ernsting in the slot. Oh, he just missed. And they're getting Quartermas to look the opposite way and shooting to the glove side. Condati with a drive. That one's tipped off the outside of the cage. Now here's McGing. Illini, they're technically top line. Out right now. Here's Condati wide open. He fires. Blocked in front. Ernsting. Oh, what a right shoulder save there by Quartermas. His best stop of the night. Condati. Here's a slap shot from McGing. That's blocked in front by Edmund Meltzer. What a warrior there. Illini keep the puck. Here's counter. Circling around the back of the net. Tied up with Meltzer. Meltzer hopes for an out. Can't get to it. Here's counter. Counter shoved to the boards, and we hope Brian Burns is okay as he got the worst end of his own hit. Puck back out to center ice. Such a beautiful play from this top line between Ernsting and McGing. Almost generates in the Illini's 6th goal of the hockey game.
How long will Bobby Ernsting go without a goal this season? It's been the longest 5 periods for him.
McGing shakes through, looking for a pass. That was intercepted. McGing back skating, though. It's a 3-on-2. Edmund Meltzer gaining the line, looking for the middle of the ice. Instead, late on his shift, dumps one in. You gotta think that you just skate inwards and force the defenseman to back in instead of just shooting an easable save for Ross.
I don't know, just at least go towards the nets and try to go one-on-one with Ross Lippick. I don't see a purpose of just shooting from the blue line.
11 minutes exactly into this second period. And Michigan State only 1 goal on the weekend, and it was scored by Mike Considine late in the third. So the Illini kept out Michigan State for 40 minutes, more than 40 minutes last night. And they're on the road doing that. We're all on the road to doing that. And now here's Richter. Richter along the blue line, lost it. Now skating back for Michigan State, it's Connor Lynch. Lynch Trying to deke around Rittendale. Dumps one across to the far side. Here's Stube. Slap pass and a beautiful one. Up for Cruikshank, even though it was stopped by number 5. That was Lachlan Sewall, an active stick. Stube, nice check there to separate body from the puck out in front for Richter. Richter strong on his stick. Puck floats away for Rosa. Rosa, and now this could be a 2-on-1. Here comes Lachlan Sewall. He's got Majoros on his left. Sewall moving in. He fires. That one went wide of the blocker. Ross is not going to give you too much, especially because he challenges shooters on the outside of that blue crease. And Richter trying to force a turnover, cannot. The Illini are changing. Assistant captain Andrew Rosa playing it through the middle. Rittendale knocks that one down with his lumber. To center ice we go. Stephen Quinn had that one whacked away from him. 8 minutes left in the second period. 5-0 Illinois. Here's Joe Nolan. Nolan out for Rittendale. Rittendale saucer for Quinn. Quinn taps one ahead. I believe it was on his side of center. Nonetheless, it's not an icing call. Look at John Moskalik be the first one to that race along the near side corner of Michigan State zone. Both defensemen have vacated their points, so it's Michigan State's puck. Down the left circle, Patson with a drive. That one went easily wide, delayed penalty. The Illini are going to go to the power, or they're going to go to the penalty kill as Max Quartermas skated off to his own bench with 7:34 left in the second.
I want to talk about that last save made by Ross Lippick on that two-on-one opportunity for Michigan State. Now, in the first period, I noticed Ross was sitting more back in his net. He looked like he was just trying to get a feel for the game. But on that last save, he started to creep up farther in his net. The crowd, any opportunity that Michigan State thought they might have had of scoring a goal, and he made a great blocker save.
Moskaluk gets the penalty. We'll find out from the PA announcer, Larry Kimball, what exactly it was for. Nonetheless, Michigan State on another man advantage. Face off to the left of Lippick. Tabizic wins it back. Now for Jacob Stallings, right point. Plays it ahead for Maloney. At the right circle, it's Jacob Stallings. Stallings down low. Now for Maloney. Stallings again. Patson being deliberate here on this power play. Shot there from Stallings deflected. And that one was knocked along the near side corner. Keeping Michigan State to the outside is Illinois' MO on their PK unit.
Yeah, but also they're making Ross Lippick's job really easy. Joey Caprio staying right in front of him, who's got a great hockey IQ. He's not going to get in his way, but nonetheless help him out and save him pucks.
Patson down low to Tabizic. Tabizic fakes a drive. Opilka guarding him well. Nice gap control there from the junior defenseman. Now here's Tabizic to the left point. Puck in between Stallings skates. Novosel pressures, and what a play there from the first-year D1 player to knock that one out to center.
Novosel thought he was going for a change after that as well, started to skate towards the bench.
But he can't do that as Michigan State is right back in the Illini zone. 55 seconds left on Moskalik's penalty. Charlie Salk along the end boards. Turn it over there. Maloney on the drive. Oh, he had Ross moving. And the sheer force from Ross shifting from right to left knocked off the left goalpost. 13 minutes and 37 seconds into the second period. 5-0 Illinois.
Michigan State starting to get a little bit of something going here on this power play. They're starting to get a lot more puck movement. They're starting to get it to everyone on the ice, and they had a solid opportunity there. They just couldn't get the puck quite centered like they wanted to.
Cristiano Simonetta with you right now alongside Stephen Cohn. Stephen, we've watched this team now for a couple of years. This start against Michigan State, especially offensively, it's much more lethal, that's the word that you like to use, than in prior rosters.
Yeah, no, they also continue to just get the puck to the nets, which is something we saw them just settle for shots in the recent years.
Shot there, saved by Lippick off the stick of number 12. That was Zach Sexton. Rebound was punched away and now cleared 194 feet down. Quartermas knocks away. Look at Stephen Quinn on the penalty kill. Boy, is he tenacious as they come. And look at him. Oh, I believe he's going to, as right as I say that, commits a tripping minor. Quinn will go to the box as he knocked down Lynch. 5-on-3 for Michigan State for the next 19 seconds.
Okay, yeah, as Eric was just saying, this is probably Michigan State's best power play that we've seen all weekend so far. Now they get a 5-on-3 for 19 seconds. So this might be the best chance they have all night right here in this draw to get a goal on Ross Lippick.
Yeah, Quinn 2 minutes for tripping at 14:07. If you're Illinois, you got to win this face-off, clear it down. You'll be back to 5-on-4 in no time.
Yeah, well, Chance Omer's one of the best of this team at winning face-offs.
Let's see how he does to the left circle in the Illini zone. And he lost it now up at the top. Here's a shot from Maloney. Great save by Lippick with the right pad. Didn't even have to move too much to get that one. 10 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Tabizic looking for a low slot one-timer, and that was up the stick of Patson. Didn't generate much. Rittendale tied up with Maloney. Maloney out in front. Here's Tabizic, a drive, and that one just went wide. Tabizic was so close to scoring his first of the weekend. Back to 5-on-4. 5.5 to go in the second period. 1:35 left on Quinn's minor. Here's Zielinski. Fires one off the left skate of Nolan. Along the far side, it's Patson. Patson holding on to it. Now down low for Maloney. Maloney wanders, has a lot of space for Stallings. Stallings for Patson. Alternate captain, now for Stallings. Great tip play, and now as Moskal got a stick on that, as that was going for Tyler Maloney. Zielinski off the back of the cage, plays one into Bezic. Great puck movement from Michigan State. Here's a play. Now here's Patson. He fires. That one was just knocked wide of the net. I believe Nolan may have got a stick on it. And with a minute left in the Illini PK, puck is cleared all the way up, and hopefully that didn't go into the crowd right off that first shot. Nonetheless, a whistle and a stoppage. 4:53 left in the second period.
They always joke about putting sumo wrestlers in the goal because they can stop anything in hockey. Well, when you got a 6'5" guy like Ross Lipping, he may not be as big as a sumo wrestler, but he doesn't even have to go down because his pads take up so much space in some of these shots that he's able to get to a butterfly position but just able to stay up. It takes up so much space in the first place. That's how he got some of those stops and that flurry of shots he got when he was the 5-on-3.
Not only that, being 6'5", he's so positionally sound that he doesn't need to move as quickly as a goaltender like Grant Lazinski needs to on an ordinary shot. So that's also another obstacle that Michigan State's faced. Here comes Robbie Ernsting, forced a turnover. What a pass to James McKay. He fires, that one's blocked. Ernsting, spin around try, and that one went over the net. These two were facing against 4 Michigan State Spartans. The orange and blue guys came out with the puck. Now 4:23, and that's maybe a dangerous hit there by Mark Candides. I thought he had taken out the skate of Lynch. Lynch is okay. Now here's Moskal. Moskal has a man cutting to the middle. It's Ernsting. Great pass to him. Robbie Ernsting, 1-on-3. Let's see what he does. Oh, tried to go for a nice loose puck deke. Instead, the smart stick from Zach Sexton nullified that. Out to center ice, it's Mike Considine. Considine along the left circle. Still has the puck, has a man out in front. Instead, goes to the left corner for Grant Newton, out for the top of the point. Here's Burns. Burns great pass to Newton. He shoots one. Save made by Ross. He goes Dominic Hasek style and grabs that one with the blocker. You don't really see that from goaltenders nowadays. Ross gets the job done. 3:48 left in the second.
Yeah, I feel like Ross Lippick's still showing right there that there are confidence issues, if anything, in his first career start. Just didn't want to give up the deflection, have to face 2-3 more shots, which could have led to the first goal tonight. So rather face the offensive zone draw for the Spartans.
Jason Petrus, 9 goals, 6 assists last season. Loses the draw to Cruikshank. Now here's Tyler Opilka. Opilka skating through his own zone as Cruikshank up the middle. Instead he went for Richter. Richter couldn't get a stick on it. Now back to center ice for Caprio. Caprio for Opilka. 2 of the best defensemen on this Illini club. Now for Richter. On the right side, he's got Cruikshank in behind. Throws it in front for Stuve. Stuve along the end boards, plays it to himself. Here's Stuve. Great pass in front. It's on the stick of Caprio. That shot may have been deflected, changed directions. Quartermas didn't really track it right. Instead, he kicks it out with the right path. Turnover here. Now it's Eric Cruikshank as Michigan State overskated the puck. Cruikshank dekes around a man. Great move there around Stallings. Now along the outside of the cage. And this one's going to be broken up. 3:07 left in the second period.
We don't have instant replay on these broadcasts, but if we had instant replay, we'd be showing that all 4 Illini collapsing on the boards to try to almost box out the Michigan State player, able to take the puck away and keep it in their offensive zone.
Strength in numbers, especially crucial in hockey, allowing those 50-50 puck battles. I'd like to thank all of you for watching and tuning in on YouTube.com or WPGU 1071. Your home for Illini hockey all season long. Colin Ward with a race fork, and Joey Caprio get back. Boxes out his man lacrosse style and instead brings it back to center ice. So the little things that Joey Caprio does right. He was a +3 last night, doing well now. Here's Colin Ward on the left zone. He fires one. And that was a high riser that missed Rost over the left shoulder. 2:47 left in the second period.
Well, Joey Caprio doesn't do anything especially great, but he's everything very solid, and that's why he's been that second defensive pairing for the Illini the past few seasons.
Stuve can't get it out, plays it back for Caprio. Caprio with Petrus forechecking, saucered one across on the near side corner for Tyler Opilka. Opilka now for Richter. Has Salt kiting in the middle. Here comes Richter. Nice pass and a nice shot block there from Edmund Meltzer. Now back to the left point. Instead, Opilka. Some nice crossovers there while backwards. Plays it ahead. Now for Caprio at the other side for Justin Reese. Reese moving in the speedy freshman along the far side. Now here's Richter. He fires. A great chest stop. There's a rebound. A quarter miss. Nice stop there on Richter. Now to the middle. Here's Majoros tossing one for Petrus. Petrus tried to go across. Instead, number 22 in orange and blue, Opilka was there.
Nice play by Richter to keep skating towards the net as Reese dropped the pass.
The Illini have numbers. Here comes Charlie Salk moving in. He fires. That was blocked by Meltzer. And Salk wipes out. This could be a chance for Michigan State. And now what a move there from Andrew Patson as a man in front, but Joe Nolan, it's tough to get around a 6'4" defenseman, especially with that long reach, similar to Colton Parayko of the St. Louis Blues. With 1:33 left in the second period, 5-0 Illini. And Nolan wins another battle and takes a hit to make a play. Pushes it ahead for Novosel. Novosel takes out one man. And there's a hit there from Reese. And number 15, Dan Wolf, clears one in.
Yeah, Michigan State, no identity in offense right now. Not able to get anything going close to the crease.
Rittendale in some trouble. Great pass for Nolan. Nolan for Novosel. Novosel through the middle. Here's Chance Homer, maybe in. Here he comes. Oh, what a play there. And Max Quartermas shut the 5-hole with his back leg. Instead of using his stick, when he pushed from right to left, his right skate was there. Homer, and I thought, had him 5-hole.
I'm starting to notice it's a lot more chippy out here. And if you're the Illini, you got to start thinking about next week, because this game's essentially in the bag now. You can't be getting any stupid penalties like a fighting one, because that's going to cause a suspension for next week, and you're going to have a tough contest against ISU coming that way.
And we'll have those road broadcasts from Bloomington Normal with video as well against the Redbirds, who Illinois swept last season. Less than a minute to go in the second period, 5-0 Illini. Race to it, it's Jack Graham winning one against Zielinski. Zielinski holding him a bit. The Illini want a penalty, won't get one. As Graham and Burns were shoving and mixing it up a little bit. Now it's the Illini on a 3-on-2. Mike Lindsay moving in. He shoots one. That was blocked away. Here comes Chance Homer. What a great backdoor pass. And a goal! What a move! John Moskaluk. Determination. Patience. His second goal of the hockey, named 6-0 Illini.
Did you see how easy that is? These guys know where each other are on the ice, but the most important thing about that was John Moskaluk continued to go and had to wait for that second chance on the rebound and just put it right in on the left side of Quartermas. He couldn't stop that one with the 5-hole.
I believe that's going to be Mike Lindsay on that secondary assist, his first point as a member of the Illini. But Homerin, no look pass to the left circle. Again, Moskaluk left wide open, and he faked out Quartermas and tucked it underneath his arm.
Yeah, it's 2 times this period, and now the Illini are up 6-0. They're getting close to maybe being up 10-0 like they were last year against Illinois State.
Yeah, well, 11-0.
11, that was the score, 11-0.
Yeah, so you had Forpart with a hat trick, Cruikshank with 2. Boy, that was an offensive onslaught.
Yeah, this might be the biggest shutout that Illini have all season, but I don't want to jinx anything because Ross Lippick.
We did last night, so we'll see how they survive.
I didn't say that, just don't check the tape.
Okay, 28 seconds left in the second period. Here's Chance Homer skating through the middle. Chance, who said he has sky-high confidence in Ross Lippick, and that one was just over the blue line as Salk shaking his head there.
Yeah, he knows that one. That one, mental error. Still 1 foot. It was basically both
when
skates.
You have a 6-0 lead, though, you can afford to make those mistakes.
You can't have those, though, because you have to stay focused in the game right now, because this is important still just for building on confidence for the rest of the season.
Now along the middle area of the ice, 17 seconds left. John Zielinski in the penalty box. The Illini to the power play. Here's Chance Homer. Fakes a slap pass. What a pass. Oh, and a save made. May have been made by a sprawling Jacob Stallings 5 seconds ago. At the left point, it's McGing. Homer, one last second shot. He fires, save made, and that will conclude the second period. Jacob Stallings may have just saved the extra point for Illinois' effort here.
Oh, this game is just exciting right now. The Illini gain anything in the nets. And it's not anything to say against Michigan State, but Illinois right now can't do any wrong.
And we'll send it down to Eric Fisher at ice level with John Moskaluk.
Guys, I'm down here with John Moskaluk. Scored 2 goals in that second period. How did it feel to score your first collegiate goal?
Pretty amazing, I'm not going to lie. It was a great play by my line mates, and I owe it all to them.
What kind of confidence boost does that give you that you can contribute for a team that's probably going to compete for a national championship?
Huge, for sure. We just need to keep the momentum going and finish out this game and then finish out the weekend with a sweep.
All right, thank you, John. Good luck. Cristiano and Steven, back to you guys up in the treehouse.
Thank you, Eric Fisher. John Moskaluk, a very towering foe there, a little bit taller.
He sounds like a hockey player, to be honest.
Oh, he sounds straight out of British Columbia instead of Illinois. So out of Naperville, the 6'3", 210-pound forward. And boy, he came up as big as he is on the ice in that middle frame.
Yeah, now they line out 3 players this season through their 10 goals with at least 2 goals. And James McGing leading that way with 3.
Illinois 6, Michigan State nothing. We're going to get you the second period intermission report in just a couple of minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey second period on WPGU 1071.
WPGU 1071.
You're listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU 1071.
The WPGU forecast brought to you by McDonald's. Partly cloudy sky tonight, and overnight low will drop down to near 65 degrees. We have a front moving our way on Sunday. That's going to enhance the potential for some showers and storms. Our high right around 85. Isolated showers, a few rubbles of thunder Sunday night, 65. Monday, scattered showers and storms, 85. And Tuesday, partly sunny showers and scattered thunderstorms. Our high Tuesday, mid-80s. I'm staff meteorologist Sally Russell on Champaign's Alternative, WPGU 1071.
McDonald's sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles breakfast sandwich is now only $2. Breakfast hours only. A la carte only. Limited time only at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Some claim the past is behind them. We say it belongs to us. We stand on the shoulders of giants. We will always fight. We will always be the Fighting Illini. Hail to the orange. Join the Fighting Illini as they battle Nebraska on Friday, September 29th with the 4-pack for only $69.
At Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
Patricia's wants you to know you should never stop learning about your sexual health and wellness. Did you know that young adults get most of their sexual education online and it's often not accurate? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are always available to answer questions at our location at 2208 South Neal Street. Continue your education. Open 7 days a week and until midnight Thursday through Saturday. Patricia's at 2208 South Neal Street in Champaign.
The third period puck drop is coming up next.
Listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU. Now time for the Intermission Report.
Reporting live from the Big Pond for the first intermission, I'm Abby Callisto alongside Cristiano Simonetta, Peyton Wester, and Illini Hockey goalie David Heflin. And you're listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU 107.1. Welcome, David, to our broadcast. I'm going to put you on the spot here. So last night, the Illini went 4-0. In the last 10 minutes, they let one goal slip past you.
Wow, the heavy hitters early. That goal from Mike Considine.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people, even my parents, were saying that goal went off someone's stick, but I'm still convinced that was all on my error, and it just kind of slipped 5-hole. I didn't seal the ice good enough, but I'm going to have to disagree with everybody on that it went off someone's stick.
And a guy like Mike Considine, you will be the goaltender he scored his first college goal against. Nonetheless, you get the points, you get the win. 23 saves on 24 shots. Had to feel good to start the season.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to come out the gate with a W. So basically, we just want to take that W, carry it over today. Looks like hopefully it holds up here with a 6-0 lead, and then we'll come right into next weekend against Illinois State and do the same thing.
So we were talking about how that player scored his first goal on you. Can we talk about how some of these rookies have played tonight and how incredibly well that they have capitalized for this team?
Oh yeah, these guys, they've all been playing hockey their entire life. They know how to play the game. It's just a matter of getting over the jitters of being out on the big pond for the first time and getting the puck on your stick and just move it around. They all know how to play, so it's up to them to do what they got to do.
A goaltender like Ross Lippick, you being a goaltender yourself, Zeb teaching him on the bench. It's 6'5", 200 pounds. It's got to be so easy going left to right, especially that he's so technically sound that he'll flash those shoulders up and get those pucks too. How well has he played tonight through 40?
Oh, he's been fantastic. Even in practice, it's so effortless for him. He if you watch me, I'm a lot smaller than he is, so I got to move around a little bit more. But for him, a push across the crease is probably about half the less power that he needs to use in order half the less power that he needs to use that I need than I do. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
So to continue on this goaltender trend, we've got two new guys that are also stepping onto the ice this season. Can we talk a little bit about Eric Ziegler and Jake Barnhart and how you think they're going to help out this team this year?
Oh yeah, they're great guys too. They might not get as much playing time as Ross and I, but they're there every day. They come in, work hard, and the biggest thing about that is that's kind of the role when you're not the starter. Is if you're in practice every day, you got to push the guys ahead of you. Whether it's a guy on the fourth line to the first line, the fourth line guys are pushing that first line, and then even with the fifth and sixth D-men, those guys got to push the first and second D-men to make sure they get the best out of themselves.
David, it appeared that a game plan is to frustrate Michigan State's top returning scorer in Jack Tobizic. Was that a part of the game plan on the defensive end? Was that your mindset, the team collectively?
Not too much. When I go out there, when I'm out on the ice, the only really things I worry about is me, myself, and the puck. Otherwise, everything else is just a distraction after that.
Well, he did have that breakaway against you. So when a left-handed shot is going like that, you having the glove on your left hand, or excuse me, he's a right-handed shot, so he tried to toe drag, make you outweight and go out of position. What's your strategy as a goaltender there? Because you know he's probably going to try and go high over the blocker, but you have to make sure he doesn't slip at 5-hole either.
Sure. Actually, when he came in, he pulled it back against the grain, and he actually wanted to go back towards my glove side, and I read it the whole way. I just kind of stuck my hand in the air, filled that side of the net, and he realized that he had nothing else to shoot at, so he ended up shooting it right into my stomach.
There's been nearly a spotless penalty kill percentage through these first two games. I know one went through on you. How would you describe the team's ability to stay tenacious and effective despite being shorthanded?
They do a really good job on the forecheck. When they clear the puck, they go down there and they chase it. A lot of penalty killers will go out there when they dump it. They let the team set up behind their net and get their breakout going. Our team, Fabo kind of coaches us in the way that he wants us to be aggressive in our forecheck. So I feel like that helps kill a lot of the time, and that's what makes our penalty kill so effective.
So we've been on the penalty kill actually a little bit more than we should want to this period. And can you talk about a little bit how there have been rookies that have gotten a chance to kind of step out there since we're so far ahead right now that they've gotten their chance to kind of take the PK?
Yeah, sure. So the guys out here, Fabo throws them right in. Like I said before, these guys all know how to play hockey, and so it's just a matter of getting them out there, getting them a feel of the ice and feel of the game, and they know exactly what they got to do.
Luke Forfar leaves the program. Tommy Abrams leaves the program. You got Eric Salters, Joe Holland. We got Joe Nolan now on that great individual rush coast to coast. I knew I was going to mess his name up. But then a guy like Aaron Dusek on the back end. Nolan replaces him, not only in his stature, but his two-way ability. How big has number 27 been for you? I know it's only been the weekend and also the weekend against Springfield, but the freshman's got some wheels, and he could really get the puck out of his own zone quickly.
Oh, he's a fantastic player. Well, some of the plays that he makes out of the corner, it just astonished me every time. Even when I'm out there on the ice, I'll watch him slip between two forecheckers and then go through a center pass right through a guy's triangle, and it's phenomenal. I absolutely enjoy watching him play.
Going on with this, replacing players that have left and continuing on with like the rookies replacing their spot, can we talk a little bit how John Moskluk has replaced those people who have left and everybody else on that line that's kind of stepped up to replace the guys that have left us?
Yeah, definitely. John Mosky, he's got great size, great hands. He's a very skilled player. He's really starting to come his own, especially today, as you can see with 2 goals. So he's just got that size and that he's got that X factor about him. So it's really exciting to watch him play.
When it goes to Bloomington, Illinois State next week, we'll be there. You think you'll get that first start? You may get both games. You'll be prepared against an ACHA Division I team, but now you have Ross kind of looking over your shoulder, but you know that this is your net to lose per se, and we think that if you keep playing the way that you have, I think you're 16-4 in your career as a member of the University of Illinois. How far can this team realistically go?
It's up to the guys in the locker room. It's about how much they want to buy in and how much they want to sacrifice. And that's how it is for every team. Doesn't matter how good your team is, if you're willing to do whatever it takes, that's what's going to get you to win a national championship.
Heflin, going off of that, what do you think that this team has to work on to get to that national spot? Like, I know some guys are gone this year, and what do we have to kind of step it up to get to that next level, even though we're playing really well right now?
So as I was saying before, guys, everybody knows how to play the game. Everyone has their own skill set. They know what they're good at, what they're not good at. It's a matter of being able, that kind of sets teams apart in my eyes, are guys who have the ability to think the game. It's not about just going out there, slapping the puck around and putting pucks in the back of the net, but you got to be able to recognize what's going out on the ice, what guys are where, and all that. So if you're able to think the game, I think that's a good way to interpret, how do I say this, give a winning effort, I would say, is being able to think the game.
Stephen Quinn, obviously, he did score a goal tonight, but he is a bona fide bruiser when it comes to being on the ice. He has 6 penalty minutes. I said an over-under last night at 50. I'm not sure. I may have needed to put that at 100, but as a goaltender, how much do you appreciate his defensive ability and always being in the midst of scuffles and just being tenacious?
Oh, it's fantastic. He's a great kid, great player. Kind of reminds me of an Andrew Shaw type of player. He loves to get in the mix, and he just loves to get inside guys' heads. So like, what his role kind of is that as a player like that, his job is to kind of get inside other guys' heads, so it takes pressure off of guys like McGing and Ernsten and Cruikshank.
Like you just mentioned those 2 guys, McGing and Cruikshank, they had a combined 126 penalty minutes last year. Through this first weekend, they've kind of dialed it back. You sort of see the extracurriculars, the chirping going on, but that's a part of the game, as you would probably agree on. For those guys to be effective, wouldn't you say that they have to be on the ice for 60 minutes and setting an example by leading? Because those are the 2 guys that the rookies, like John Moskluk, like Jack Graham on the back end, if he decides to come in, Joe Nolan, they're going to be looking to for answers, especially when times get tough.
Definitely. Those 2 guys are probably, I think James is probably the most skilled player in the CSHL, and Crooks is probably the most purified goal scorer in the CSHL. We want those guys on the ice, not in the box, and I think over the past couple of years, they're starting to realize that a little bit more and more. And so if they can keep up with that trend, I think our team's going to be heading in the right direction.
So you guys did mention Eric Cruikshank and James McGing, and Eric Cruikshank did score his 60th goal of
his career
60. Here today. What other veterans have kind of stepped up this season, especially in teaching the rookies and getting the season along?
You can count yourself too.
I would say the biggest guy who has influence on his team is our captain, Joey Rindell. He might not get on the score sheet the way you think he does, but he does so much more off the ice, in the locker room, just having the best demeanor that a captain can have, and I think he's going to lead us to where we need to get to.
Thanks, David, for joining us. I really appreciate you coming up with us.
Thank you.
We'll hopefully be able to see you on Friday next week. Do you have a score prediction for the rest of this hockey game that you think they'll get the extra point?
I'm not a big gambling man. I don't have any predictions.
You're also not a big goal scorer either. Your job's to stop pucks. Thank you so much, David Heflin. Back to you, Abby.
All right, so what we like to do to end out the intermission report is we like to talk about who's going to score going into this next period. We like our stars of the period, and I want to know who's going to score, guys. Let me know.
Peyton, you're the newbie here. Let's see what you have to say.
That's a question that I'm definitely don't have an answer to, but I must commend.
Take a stab.
Well, let me first say this. 6 different Fighting Illini have scored within these first 5 periods, and that impresses me. I spoke of it last night, of their unselfish nature. As an offensive juggernaut of a team, you can't get an answer on me. I have no idea who's going to score, but I bet someone will. How about that?
Okay. You're like Heflin, you're not necessarily a gambling man, but I mean, if it's for me, I think you got to go Chance Homer. He's been a dish master over the past 2 games, and I think with that pass to John Moskaluk, it's just an easy tap-in goal. I think number 9 gets the scoring going in the 3rd.
I am a gambling girl, so I want to go off. I'm going to choose a scorer. Last year I had a favoritism towards the second line because we had a lot of rookies, and I'm going to stick with my rookie.
And he left,
Paul.
though.
I am aware of that. We aren't going to talk about it. Still kind of upset. We're moving on. We're moving towards the 3rd line, though. I want the hat trick for the rookie John Moskaluk. That's what I'm going to go for, and that's what I'm going to gamble on. But thank you both very much for your insight. I'm Abby Callisto alongside Peyton Westner, Cristiano, and once again, special thanks to Illini goalie David Heflin. Cristiano and Steven will have the call in just a few moments. This has been your Illini Hockey Intermission Report from the University of Illinois Ice Arena.
On Twitter at WPGU1071.
The 3rd period puck drop is coming up next.
listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU 107.1.
Hi, everybody. We welcome you back in at the University of Illinois Ice Arena. I'm Cristiano Simonetta, joined by Stephen Cohn in the booth. Eric Fisher is down at ice level. 6-0 Illinois as we get set for this third period. As we have some technical difficulties here, we'll pass it along to Stephen Cohn.
And this third period gets going with the Illini winning the faceoff going right to left against Max Quartermas, up 6-0. Ross Lippick, the owner of a shutout through 2 periods tonight. 2 goals from John Moskaluk in that second period. The Illini in the far corner. And behind the net now, behind Quartermas, goes to Jack Graham, the freshman. Skates to the point. Takes a long shot at Quartermas and it bounces away to the near side board.
And we are back here. Thank you, Stephen. 32 seconds of play-by-play time. You'll get much more of that.
Oh, that was
moving
scary.
forward. I trust you. Hi, everybody. Cristiano Simonetta now back. 6-0 Illinois. We'll get you that scoreboard in just a second here. 43 seconds going by the Illini on the power play. Pass in front. Oh, and a great save by Max Quartermas, as that was Neil Novosel cutting to the middle of the ice. Now along the far side, 52 seconds in. 28 seconds left on the Illini power play. Out in front, and that pass was to Lenzi. He whacks at it, and a save made by Quartermas. He protects that lower area of the net. 60 seconds exactly into the third period. 6-0 Illinois.
And that's a great start by the Illini here in this third period, attacking Quartermas and making him face, once again, a flurry of shots. And that really shows me that the Illini aren't taking their foot off the pedal here in this third period, the 6th period this weekend, where the Illini have had the lead.
Face off to the left, Quartermas. Crookshank wins the draw back to Rittenhill. Rittenhill over to Joe Nolan. Nolan moving in on the backhand. That pass was read well by number 6, Edmund Meltzer, and Colin Ward clears it all the way down.
Also not looking to jinx anything, but the Illini have scored in all 5 periods so far this season.
Great observation from you, Stephen. Here comes Joey Rittenhill. 5 seconds left on the minor to John Zielinski. Here comes Crookshank along the far side. Passes the Michigan State bench on the half-boards, passing in front and looking for a batted out of the air attempt from Stuve, and that one missed. We're back to 5-on-5. Here's Drew Richter checking off Colin Ward. Behind the net, Richter uses the end boards. Now plays it for Rittendale off the skate of Crookshank. Back out to center ice. Brian Burns shielding the puck, and Richter hits him to the ice. 3-on-2 for the Illini coming back. Here comes Crookshank. Crookshank along the high circle. Here's Stuve out across for Richter, but a great stick from Mike Considine, or else that would have been a wide open net for the rookie.
And that's where it's going to be important for the Illini to win battles this year in the neutral zone, winning those one-on-one battles with the puck.
Considine moves in, and a shot and a save made by Lippick. The puck is still in the high slot. It's wafted away by a member of the Illini. Considine, the most dangerous player on this Michigan State team, arguably, this weekend.
Yeah, scored their 1 goal last night in their 4-1 loss.
And David Heflin, one that he told us during the intermission report he wanted back, and that he didn't think hit off of anybody in terms of friendly fire. Instead, it just beat him cleanly. Now here's Tyler Opilka. Opilka skating, going coast to coast, passing all the way across. We're back to 5-on-5. Here's Ernsting. Swiped at it and missed it. Now all the way out to center again. And this could be an extended breakaway here, and this one is cleared all the way down. Or no, a chance there as Ross's pass was picked off. Michigan State close to scoring their first one of the hockey game. That was Sewall.
Dangerous play by Lippick. First time he really left the net all night.
There's Joey Caprio, respected number 5 for the Illini in orange and blue. Down low for Ernsting. Ernsting turned it over. There goes Majoros out ahead. And look at Kendati on the back check. Here's a chance, and a nice play from Kendati to get back and knock away Majoros as well as the puck.
Yeah, Kendati didn't get the start last night, didn't even dress, but getting playing time tonight.
Here's McGing with a backhanded pass. Look at Robbie Ernsting gaining the blue line with his back turned to the net. And now a pass coming from, I believe that was Richter late on his shift. And here it comes through the middle. Andrew Rosa. With 16:45 left in the third period. 6-0 Illinois. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn up with me. Here's John Moskalik going for the hat trick. He cuts in. Tied up by Andrew Rosa. Another second, and I think Moskalik was able to fire that one off. And the Illini will go to the penalty kill here. Ernsting knows it. Ernsting goes directly into the penalty box, adjacent to the Illini bench. Michigan State with the man advantage.
That's 3 times tonight the Illini have won this period, for that matter, that the Illini have won the battle in neutral zone to come away with the puck and get something going on a breakaway opportunity, a man advantage. But now, once again, we've talked all night, the discipline of this Illinois team, maybe not chippy penalties, but just ones that they have to get stopped sometimes to avoid these PKs.
Guys, Coach Fabrini is preaching game management from his squad. He doesn't want to see any fancy plays that are going to cost the team any mistakes like a goal or a 2-on-1 rush. So he just wants them to preach the game management and control the pace of the game.
Even up 6-0, head coach Nick Fabrini preaches top play from his club. And now here's a shot there, blocked by Rittendale off the stick of Andrew Patson. Here's Moskalik on the far side corner. I think that's like the 5th time that John Moskalik has cleared the puck on a penalty kill. I think he could become one of the best Illini PKers all season long.
Well, he's got such a strong stick. His shots, you said earlier, his shot might be the strongest on the team, so his ability just to clear the puck and get nice slap shots from the point.
Here's Jacob Stallings getting the line along the near side corner. His pass hit no receiver. Going to it is Jack Tabizic. 17 on 17 there as Moskalik won the race. Now Rittendale sauces one up to John, and here comes John moving in. Bumped off, a great play from Patson, and now with 1:08 left on the Michigan State power play, Stallings dekes around Quinn. Goes all the way wide at the far corner of your screen. And he dips one in below. Joe Nolan, what can he do with it? Swings it ahead. Left point kept in by Stallings, or at least I thought he was going to keep it in. Instead, it goes past his stick. Michigan State back out with it. Here's a chance. Jack Tabizic, right circle, winds and fires over the blocker of Ross. So when Lippick challenges shooters like that, your only option is to go high. And the accuracy for Michigan State hasn't been there. Look at Mark Condotti with the moves. Oh, boy, the third line pairing defenseman with some nifty stick work.
Yeah, I don't know. That's basically every defenseman now that Illini dressed tonight that has shown something in offense that is something you'd see from a forward.
5:02 into this third period. 24 seconds left on Bobby Ernsting's minor. Zach Sexton waited across for Newton. The Michigan State zone is cleared all the way down. I believe this one's going to be icing, so probably the worst thing, aside from a shorthanded goal that you can have on a power play, you ice the puck, the faceoff comes 194 feet away.
And let's see if the Illini can now get their first shorthanded goal of the season. Last year they led in this category. It was Chance Holmgren, who had 3 shorthanded goals. And now they're going to look and see if they can get their first one off this offensive zone draw.
Shot from Jack Graham, and that one was blocked, I believe, by either Lynch or Crookshank. 9 seconds left on the Illini power play. Veteran move from Jack Graham, skates all the way back, kills the rest of this penalty as Condotti tosses one down, back to 5-on-5. 14:28 left in the third period. Crookshank turns off a man. That was Newton. The captain of this Michigan State team ties up Eric Crookshank. Crookshank keeps going, though, chugging along, moving in the middle. He fires. That may have been off the mask of Max Quartermas. He stops it. Result goes into the netting. 5 minutes and 46 seconds into the third period, 6-0 Illini.
And Patrick Hodeman still sitting there on the end of Michigan State's bench. Hasn't gotten his chance tonight being the third-string goaltender as Jim Martin has stayed with Quartermas all game, even though it's a 6-0 game, which is somewhat surprising for me because I thought we might have seen Quartermas pulled after a period.
Maybe even less than that, though, with after those 3 quick goals from Illinois. Exactly. But Jim Martin stays with his goaltender. Now here comes Joe Majoros getting the line, right circle. He fires, save made, gobbled up by Ross Lippick. No rebound from the 6'5" netminder. And that's something, again, a trait that we don't often see from goaltenders that size, their ability to keep pucks in their paraphernalia.
Yeah, well, when he worked with smaller goaltenders, because he's obviously the biggest, he picked up on those subtle skills, like just being able to hold on to the puck.
Crookshank wins the draw to the left of Lippick. Now here's Opilka after getting a pass from Caprio. Moving through now center ice, it's Stube. Stube fakes the drive, moving left circle, looking for a man in front. Instead, we'll now look to the left point for Caprio. Stube, one-handed pass now for Richter. Richter trying to drive now for Stube with a toe drag, and that one was knocked to the far side corner, right near the Michigan State bench. Kept in by Opilka, throwing along the near side boards. Half-board battle now, 13:40 left. Here's Stube out in front, hoping for Richter. Backhanded pass, puck goes through the middle area. And now it'll be Tyler Opilka's puck to lose. Here's Joey Caprio, senior defenseman now for Richter. Richter with a drop pass for Crookshank. These two are already dynamite in their second game together. Richter doubles on attack now for Crookshank. That shot just went wide, maybe glanced off the iron. As Crookshank, we saw him miss 2 slap shots last night, connects on that one, and also scored in the first period with a howitzer.
Yeah, Crookshank's gotten a lot of those shots that he likes to get, those strong shots from the corner.
Yeah, they're called 1-Ts. As they're half slappers there, the ability to elevate the puck. And now here's Ernsting left circle. We know his release, and that one's shot and stuck away by Quartermas into the netting. 7:04 into the third period. The Illini, it's all business right now. They're keeping the intensity and making sure that Michigan State does not get any opportunities against Ross.
Yeah, and I see Nick Fabrini from this distance still drawing up plays, looking at those lines, seeing what's going to work. Last year, the moment you saw him maybe start laughing at some points, I feel like that's not going to be the case this season.
Ernsting behind the net now with Kellner. Kellner pucks in his skates. Now for Ward, intercepted by Ernsting. Ernsting. Head fakes there, has some space, moving around a man, Bobby Ernsting to the middle area. He fires, that one was stopped, maybe off the knee of McGing and the blocker of Quartermas. 12:35 now. Here's a shot from Ernsting. Misfired. To the right point it goes. Rittendale keeps it in. The captain is the Illini club. He fires one looking for a deflection. And one went to the left of the post. You see Max Quartermas directing his defenseman to get to that area and close off the Illini. But the home team keeps the puck. Here's Ernsting, top of the circle, trying to thread one through. That was knocked off the skate of number 27, Blaze Johnson. Counter back to the right. Here's Rittendale, over for Joe Nolan. Nolan looking for a high slot redirect. And there it is. Bobby Ernsting, the extra point. It's good. 7:55 into the third period.
What a redirect by Joe Nolan. And what, that might be the 5th or 6th point this weekend by Bobby Ernsting. And I was going to say, during that entire sequence, no one in this Illini team right now wants to score more than Bobby Ernsting. Was getting more shots on goal, and it pays off right there in the high slot.
We saw that play in practice all week long. They do it on the power play. Ernsting with the awareness, but Joe Nolan to also notice that Bobby Ernsting had his stick on the ice and he directed it. I don't think Max Quartermas ever saw it until it went past him.
Tyler Opilka is competition as the best offensive defenseman in this Illini team.
And what a luxury to have. This is Condati. Look at his moves, though, along the left circle. He may try and fire this. He will, and a save made by Quartermas. There's no such thing as a bad shot. Number 8 in orange and blue does that. 8 minutes and 13 seconds into the third period. 7-0. Fighting Illini.
And a smart shot by Condati right 10 seconds after the goal given up by Quartermas to try to keep pounding at him and see if you can rattle his confidence.
Face off to the right of Quartermas. Fourth line out for the Illini. Here's Novosel. Now for Justin Reese on the backhand. That one just missed as there was room there underneath the legs of Quartermas. Reese hoping for his first ACHA goal. Look at that knockdown for Mike Lenzi. Plays it through. And instead, it's Michigan State coming out with it. Here's Mike Considine. Considine over the blue line, now along the right circle, throwing one across, and a one-timer chance there. Number 17 to Bizek. Now it's a flip play, alley-oop to center. Knocked out of the air, back for Michigan State. Puck escapes number 13, Considine. He dumps one in. Michigan State goes off for a change. 11:07 of this third period. Peters almost stole the puck, and he was skating off and away from Jack Graham. He didn't believe he had gotten it. Great pass now for Reese. Reese on the right circle, doesn't have a lot of help here. 4 Spartans around him. He just shoots that one on goal. A smart play, though. Make sure the puck goes into an area where Michigan State's not able to quickly outlet. Out to center, here's Holmgren. Chance Holmgren was my pick to click in this third period. Here's Mosley with 2 goals now for Holmgren. Holmgren along the right circle. Fakes one. Now skates back. Look at the shake and bake now from Holmgren. Trying to pass it in the middle. Now it's Stephen Quinn on the far side, skating along the end boards. He's got great speed. Oh, he's closed out there by Jacob Stallings. What a hit.
Usually Stephen Quinn on the other side of those hits.
But he keeps going, though. Now the puck gets lofted out to center ice. This one, I believe, is going to be an icing as Opilka hits the hash marks. 9 minutes and 42 seconds into the third period. 7-0 Illini.
Guys, with this game, with the sweep this weekend basically secured for the Illini, I really want to see what the fourth line of Reese, Lindsay, and Novosel can really do offensively, because if they could prove to be an effective offensive line with being on the fourth line, that's going to be huge for the Illini when it comes in conference games, and they can utilize all 4 lines effectively.
Eric just said basically secure. It's only a 7-goal game with 10 minutes left.
I was going to say that too, so great pickup there, partner. Never is a hockey game over, no matter how big the lead is. Now on the left circle, here's John Mosklik. We saw hats fly in the first game. Now a shot coming from Caprio. A long stick from Mosklik was unable to redirect that one, so a hat trick in last night's game. Mosklik hoping for his first career.
Yeah, that'd be something else. Their first weekend to get those 3 goals in one game and join James McGing atop Illinois' leaderboard by 11 goals through 2 games. Illinois is going to be one of the most high-powered offenses in the country all season long.
Moskalik with a drive, and that one sticked aside. So number 17's looking for those 3 goals and looking for those hats to be thrown onto the ice.
I think Bobby Ernsting wants to get 2 more goals tonight at this rate, too. He's could have had 6 this weekend pretty easily.
He's so good at gaining that high slot and shaking away defenders. There's so much space for him. Now Holmgren with a spin-around drive and a save made by Quartermas, as Mosklik was right in his kitchen there as well. Over the block eye, over the blue, here comes Joe Majoros. Majoros left circle, fires one that was blocked off the left skate of Tyler Opilka over to the near side corner. Holmgren had a steam here, now over the red line, over the blue line. He fires one, that one met the top of the glass. Stays in play, now for Opilka, 9:30 left in the third period. 7-0 Illinois. Mosklik had his pocket picked. And that's outletted for Majoros. Majoros along the left circle. Caprio closing the gap on him, and a shot and a save made. Now a rebound try, and Lachlan Sewell's drive was blocked. And here's Holmgren between his own circles. In some trouble. Saucers one to the red line. Stephen Quinn, fresh on his shift, instead goes offside. 10 minutes and 46 seconds into the third period.
Great team defense by the Illini in that possession, but also all night and all weekend. They've been able to hope Ross Lipping not allow any goals, but it's guys like Tyler Opilka, Chance Homer getting in the way of their defenders, and the shots aren't even getting to Ross Lipping, and that's the kind of thing you want to see, especially against a team with not many lethal scorers like Michigan State.
Cruikshank won the draw back to Joe Nolan. Nolan from his backhand to his forehand with ease and a great pass. Now for Cruikshank. Plays it ahead to Stuve along the line. 9:04 left in the third period. Here's Stuve trying for a cross-ice pass. Richter was going to be the recipient. He gets hooked up a bit, no call. Linesman interferes with that play to the benefit of Stuve. Stuve's got Nolan at the top. He winds and fires, and a save made by Quartermas. He thought he had snagged that. Instead, it hit off his shoulder into the end boards. We don't often see Joe Nolan wind one up from the top of the left point, but could be a seeing eye shot for games to come. Now here's Richter. Power move to the middle. He fires, and a save made by Quartermas, closing the legs there as he knew Richter was going low there. And now could have been a 3-on-2 for Michigan State. Instead, they dumped the puck in. And it's played now for Wolf. Wolf pump fakes, gets around Nolan, gets dragged down. No penalty there along the near side. Nolan gets the puck from him. Nolan boarded there, and now Wolf with it. Along the boards now to the right side, it's Stallings. Stallings has no play there. Nolan knocked Wolf down again. An awkward errant bounce there. Almost hit Ross from the end boards. Nonetheless, the Illini trying to get the puck out of their zone. 12 minutes into this third period, 7-0 Illinois. Shot from the side, bad angle, deflected along the near side.
Michigan State not getting any shots on goal, actually, just passing the puck around in their offensive zone.
And that's basically all they can do with this cutthroat defense of the Illini. They've utilized some game plans well. They know how Michigan State plays. And now here comes Eric Cruikshank along the left circle after a steal. He shoots one, and that one was blocked off of a knee in front. And now I believe the Illini will go to the penalty kill. Cruikshank with a slash. He doesn't agree with it. But after Stallings blocked his shot, he had the extra whack, and he'll sit for 2.
Yeah, and I'm questioning now at this point if Max Quartermas has faced more shots or saved more shots than we saw Grant Wazinski stop last night. That was 40 shots. I just feel like we'll see the final tallies tomorrow sometime, and I think the Illini have at least 50 shots this evening.
Cruikshank's got to contain himself here, though. They can't keep it. It's a 7-0 game. There's no reason to bark at the officials or Michigan State's players, no matter what they could be saying.
Yeah, last year when I got to be in the penalty box, I got to see a lot of what was going on down at the ice level. And Eric Cruikshank is someone that barks and gets into it after the whistle, but he was able to avoid a lot of these penalties last year, and we'll see this year 4 penalty minutes so far tonight.
Michigan State do another power play. Mark Condotti cuts that payoff, but instead Jack Tabizic with the knockdown. He's got it, toe drags, lost control of it along the near side. 12 minutes and 35 seconds into this third period, 7-0 Illini. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside me. Eric Fisher down at ice level. Almost an offside play there as Patson goes skate to stick, gaining the line, trying to go through on the backhand. He may have a chance, and he's hooked a bit there. That was stick on stick. Puck is launched into the middle. Now here's Tyler Maloney with some time. Goes on the right circle. He fires, and a blocker save by Ross. Boy, does he cover a lot of space in that net. Now here's Andrew Patson with some room. Steps in. He fires off the right knee of Condotti. Stallings kept the puck in and shoveled it in below. Now here's Zielinski and Mark Condotti with a steal. This has probably been his sharpest game as a member of the Illini in quite some time. A minute gone by on Cruikshank's minor for slashing. James McGahing on the penalty kill. He's got Ernsting right in front, tried to hit him. Instead Stallings again. And now this could be a penalty there, and it will be an elbow. So James McGahing drawing one. 53 seconds of 4-on-4 play before we go to an Illini power play.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was focusing a lot on Mark Condotti as the Illini were on defense and during that shift. And Mark Condotti was never out of position. He tipped the puck away 2 times, and just a nice job being able to clear it as well. That was Mark Condotti is doing much better than we saw last year.
And then what happens after he sends it all the way down? You let the forwards do the dirty work, and they draw a penalty. So 4-on-4, as we mentioned, 53 seconds. 6:33 left in the hockey game, 7-0 Illinois. Stuve, Richter, Opilka, Caprio. Number 5's got the puck right now for Illinois, playing it for Stuve. Stuve with a man on him. Look at the small, shifty winger as he turns all the way back. His pass was a bit of a dud, and now that's Caprio with it. Got to watch out on this wide ice surface here, 30 feet wider than the standard NHL rink at 115 feet. But the Illini use it to their advantage. Here's Colin Ward trying to utilize it. Banks one off the boards. He's finished off by Stuve. Ward wanted a call. The ref didn't give it to him. We stay 4-on-4 for the next 17. Richter gained the line. He's bumped down. A nice hit there from Ward, who's got a solid shift. Now the play comes across. Here's Majoros along the line. 2-on-2 the other way. He's got Sexton in the middle. Majoros winds and fires. Business as usual for Joey Caprio. Another block. Looks like he didn't even have to try for that.
He just stood up the entire time, straight up, just put his feet in and blocked that puck.
Now the Illini power play for the next 60 seconds. Here's counter, bad angle, looking for a tip play. And that went wide of Novosel. Puck goes 194 feet down. Joey Rittendale, not usually on the power play groupings, maybe the second unit at best. Nice to see him get some special teams minutes. Counter, looking for a pass, knocked down right outside in the middle, though. A backhanded drive from Mike Lenzi. That was shoveled away. Another toss down by Michigan State. Ross out to play it. What can he do here? He's pretty good at playing the puck. We saw one instance where he almost fumbled it. But now the Illini, with 27 seconds left on the power play, gain the line. It's cleared down once again. So Michigan State learning the lesson from that early goal scored by Eric Cruikshank on the power play. And they've been perfect since then.
Yeah, but it's been a clean game by Ross the Boss Lippick. Just playing the puck and not trying to do too much.
Nolan going coast to coast now. Tight angle, hoping for a man in front. That was Reese. Puck played out. Nice stop by Neil Novosel. Novosel on the far side. Knocking one in behind. Power play's expired. Here's Nolan looking for a last-second shot before Michigan State is at full strength. Nolan with a drive. That was knocked off the sideboards by Edmund Meltzer. Here's Lenzi. Lenzi's pass was knocked away. Illinois going off for a change. Here comes Mike Considine. He scored the only goal for Michigan State last night as he was taken down. The result goes into Lippick and a stoppage. 15 minutes and 45 seconds into the third.
Ross Lippick just stops that puck. Took his glove up, wanted to make sure he had it. I don't know. I feel like he's very comfortable right now. It's been a great game by him and his defense.
He's a very confident guy. He certainly wants this.
Soft-spoken.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's no David Heflin if we're going to compare the two personalities.
He's a lot like Joe Olin, though. Play underway, 4:05 left in the third period. Here's John Moskowik, has 2 goals tonight. Back for Gandati, he shot one, and that was tipped wide by Jacob Stallings. Or maybe they say Stephen Quinn got it. No, they didn't. It was Stallings, in fact. Didn't know what decision the referee was going to make there. Here's Quinn spinning off of Patson, shoveling away another check. Quinn with a blind pass. Now here's Tabizic. Tabizic hoping for the middle, off the stick of Tyler Maloney, and onto the tape of Jack Graham. Whacked at again by Moskva. Now out to center ice, cleared all the way down. Lippick out to play it.
And this is going to be an important 3 minutes for the Lion not to get in any fights, as Eric mentioned earlier in this game. You don't want to see any suspensions, so things might get chippy in these final seconds. Illinois has to stay composed.
Gandati starting the breakout on 5-on-5. He's poked away by Sewell. Oh, that's a dangerous hit there, as that was a cross-check to the numbers. And that's going to be an easy penalty. We hope Gandati's okay, but that's just not the type of hockey that you want to see. When you see the guy's numbers, especially when he's turning away from you, you're not supposed to push with those 2 hands connected.
Yeah, especially in these new boards. I don't know how that feels, but these boards are in better shape. And that probably felt bad, but Mark Gandati's okay. He's skating back to the bench.
Lachlan Sewell, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 16:46. Line to another power play. If you got to pick any of these guys, a lot of rookies coming out. Mike Lenzi may be the guy.
For the draw or to score?
How about both, even though he's not a center? I apologize. I should have clarified.
You're not helping me out, Cristiano.
It only sets you up so much, though. 3:05 left in the third period. Ross Lippick. I know he's not scoring.
I don't know. I was going to pick him to score in this third period. I felt like it could happen.
Here comes Neil Novosel. Driving wide. He's been a solid player, looking for Reese in front. Novosel behind the net. Moves away from Blaze Johnson. Now back to the point. Here's Joey Caprio looking for his first goal of the year. Shot and a save made by Quartermas. No rebound allowed. 17-17. And in this third period, 7-0 Illinois. We want to thank you for joining us, whether it be on YouTube or WPG 1071.
And that defensive pairing, that second pairing of Joey Caprio and Tyler Opilka has been incredibly solid so far this weekend. They've combined for the 2 Opelka goals, but Joey Caprio still getting those shots, and both are excellent defenders.
Face off, here comes Reese, he scores! Justin Reese off the draw, his first career goal at ACHA Division I. It comes 17-20 into the third, 8-0 Illinois. Holy cow, what a shot!
Yeah, it's not going to be 11-0, but it could be. Anything can happen. The Illini can still lose this game, but right off the draw, Justin Reese, first career ACHA goal, first career Illinois goal, and he doesn't care that it's 8-0. He's going to remember that goal like it was the game-winning goal in a 2-1 game.
There was a fist pump. There was excitement there. What a shot over the shoulder and bar south. 2:30 left in this hockey game. 8-0 Illinois.
We talked about elevation all weekend. The line need to elevate their shots, and that was maybe the best elevated shot all weekend.
Newton checks his man. It's now back for Rosa. John Zielinski over the line. Clears one in below. Here's Caprio. Caprio, fan on the pass, now gets it over for Opelka. Opelka stops it. Now brings it ahead, maybe for Lenzi. Instead, he'll dump it in. Down to 120 seconds in this hockey game. 8-0 Illinois, the latest coming off of the stick of number 6, Justin Reese. Speaking of Reese, he's out there on the ice right now. And the Illini are going to go to the power play again as Ward touches up. So with 1:51 left, we'll see who got the gate as the referees exchanging words here. And I believe they, yes, have called Michigan State for roughing.
So when do we start making the nickname Reese's Pieces?
Well, we originally thought his name was pronounced Rise.
Oh.
So glad that we figured out that it was Reese because he scores in his first game. So we're going to have to get some sort of nickname for him.
Yeah, when he went back, all the guys listening to the broadcast on YouTube last night, if he went back and he just say Justin Rise with his first career goal, I don't know if he'd be happy.
I don't think so either. I don't think his family would be happy, but luckily that's why we do research. And now the Illini to the power play. 2 minutes for roughing. Number 24, Andrew Rosa. So the Illini will be on the power play for the rest of regulation unless they score here. Here's Drew Richter along the left circle. Could he get his first goal? Drops one back for Jack Graham. Now over to Richter. A lot of space here. Novosel floating in the high slot. Kendati drops it for Richter. Knocked out of the air by Cruikshank along the near side. Burlington, Ontario native, now back for Jack Graham. Graham controlling the point. Now for Cruikshank. Pass a little too in front of him. But the Illini being very deliberate here. Cruikshank trying to weave through two. Still has the puck along the near side. As Graham at the point, hits him. Jack Graham, could he float it on? Instead, here comes Cruikshank, winds and fires. That shot went through a maze of bodies, but didn't end up in the back of the net. 60 seconds left in regulation, 8-0 Illinois. Also on the power play for 1 minute and 3 seconds. Here's Novosel out in front. Cruikshank one-timer, left toe save, and a beauty by Quartermas.
Cruikshank was spying that high slot the entire time, just waiting for the one-timer.
Here's Kendati. Playing it through for Novosel. Novosel maybe had a Kendati in the slot. That's a fan-down pass now for Cruikshank. Cruikshank, great saucer feed for Graham. Graham fires, and that one just went wide. He had space up above. Kendati with the puck. 31 seconds left. 8-0 Illinois. They're able to change in the offensive zone. Now pass back. Here's Novosel. He fires one, and that one was up the outside of the cage. Maybe a wraparound try from Richter. And again, puck is battled for a scramble. Now it's Kendati on the wraparound try, and a save made by Quartermas. Down to 15 seconds. Kendati bumped into the corner boards, remaining with the possession, though. Nice skate pass there to Novosel. Novosel bumped along the end boards by Considine. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And Ross Lippick, his first career ACHA game. How about that? First career shutout.
How many goals did he give up last year against the Chicago Cougars?
I believe 1 or 2.
1. That was not a shutout. Tonight against ACHA competition, and a talented Michigan State team gets the shutout with the help of his defense, and 8 goals on offense. The Illini take this win 8-0.
8-0. The scoring was started by Stephen Quinn. All 4 lines end up with a goal tonight. Nick Fabrini's got to be happy with that.
Yeah, we talk all the time about are you getting scoring from each line, and is that being spaced out well? And that's part of the reason James McGing and Eric Cruikshank were separated this weekend from that top line, and it works so far. Bobby Ernst, James McGing all week long. The pair combined for about 10 points. Eric Cruikshank got the scoring going that top line, and the bottom 6 also was performing as well.
They outscore the Spartans 12-1 over the weekend. They also extend their winning streak against the Spartans to 12. They surely dominate this ACHA Division II club. Some may view this as a tune-up weekend for the regular season. What do you think?
I don't think the Illini saw it that way. I think they came out really well tonight, and they played their game. They didn't take the foot off the pedal at all, and I think it shows. They scored in every single period this weekend.
And what a game it was for Illinois, especially on the offense side. As we mentioned, all four lines get involved. James McGing with a couple of assists. Robbie Ernsting. John Moskalik, though, has got to be up there, too.
And don't forget about the defensive pairings. 2 of those scored as well.
And now we'll send it down to ice level. Here's Eric Fisher with Illini hockey head coach Nick Fabrini.
Coach, power play wasn't really getting going last night, but what happened tonight where you guys were able to be so successful on it?
I thought last night we had some good chances on the power play. Just didn't really get one to go. We had one goal get waved off that could have gone either way. So we talked about it, and we got a lot of really talented guys. So as long as we stick to what we work on and getting the shots that we want, it's just a matter of time before it starts to produce for us.
What do you guys need to do during practice this upcoming week to keep up this offensive firepower that you guys had this week against Michigan State?
I was really happy tonight. Last night we got about 45 shots and only scored 4 goals. Got to give them credit. Their goaltender played a good game, but with the firepower that we have here, we need to take care of our end first, and I thought we did a great job of that tonight. We're going to get our chances offensively as long as we show up to play. So we take care of our end the way we did tonight. We're going to have a good year this year.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck next week. Cristiano, Steven, back to you guys up in the treehouse.
Thank you, Eric Fisher. Thank you, Illini hockey head coach Nick Fabrini. Another perfect weekend under 5-0 for the Illini against Michigan State.
And you said before the broadcast each day, this could be a team that wins their first 8 to 10 games before that first loss comes. But if they play this all season, they might be right up there, that 2018 that Nick Fabrini played on, a team that went undefeated, because this has the offense, the defense, and they showed they have 2 really good goalies.
The second of those 2 goalies, being Ross Lippick, didn't face a lot of action, but when he was tested, he was suited up to the task.
And last year, when David Eflin got his first start after Joe Olin, we kind of said, wow, is there a goalie controversy brewing? I don't think we'll see that same situation this year with Ross Lippick in goal, but I think he proved everything tonight where he can stop the puck. He will not panic in situations where he faces a bunch of shots, and he can be a serviceable goaltender for this Illini team.
8 goals for the Illini, 2 wins over the weekend. As we move forward to Illinois State, their first taste of ACHA D1 action, what will you expect?
I don't know. I just want to see the production from all 4 lines again, because if all 4 lines score every single weekend, then I think this is a dangerous team, because 1 through 12 in those forwards, everyone has the ability to score.
The Illini have a couple days off, but next Friday, next Saturday, they'll be in Bloomington Normal to face off against the Illinois State University Redbirds, and we will have the telecast of that broadcast presented by YouTube. And we'd like to thank everybody who tuned in, either with video stream, either on WPGU 107.1. I'm Cristiano Simonetta. We'll see you next week against the Redbirds. This has been Illini Hockey on WPGU 107.1.
WPGU 107.